It is Friday night in Phoenix, and you're listening to the Absolute Geek Podcast. My name is Matt.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Zane.
I'm Brian.
And sorry if I sound a little weird this week, guys. I've been kind of under the weather the last few days, so kind of dealing with getting over that before I have a rip-roaring weekend full of wrestling events.
What wrestling events?
Everything is this weekend.
Oh, yeah, dude, the Royal Rumble's here this weekend. So I'm going to NXT TakeOver tomorrow night and then the Royal Rumble Sunday night.
Dude, that's badass.
I actually got a deal from Ticketmaster. I upgraded my seats and got floor seats for tomorrow night's event.
That is awesome.
So I'm super stoked about that.
I haven't been to a wrestling event in probably 20 years, man, and that was one of the funnest. Some of those were the funnest things I'd ever been to. People are nuts, dude. They go crazy.
So they're doing a fan fest tonight, a wrestling fan fest.
That's where you're going to be, Matt.
No, it's going on right now. It's tonight.
Yeah, it's going. They have access, what's called access, all weekend long at the convention center. I didn't buy tickets for that. I'm just going to the events, but it was like $45, and then you had to still pay extra money for signatures and shit. So I was like, the events are cool enough for me.
Who's everybody that was going to be signing signatures?
I can't remember. There's so many of them. Like
anybody big?
The Becky Lynch is the hottest thing in wrestling right now, and she was signing hers. Hers sold out in like 60 seconds.
Is she that Asian girl?
No, she is a Irish redhead.
Oh yes, and I know who that is. She beat that Asian girl, right?
Yes, they're fighting at the Royal Rumble Sunday night,
and they're like treating her like the Conor McGregor of women's WWE.
Pretty much, she's like the modern day Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I'm cool with that.
That's essentially what they're doing. They're giving her a Stone Cold size push. So
I'm definitely cool with that. A lot of people get mad like they're copying, and I think that that's like they say that's the best form of flattery, and fucking that'd be cool to have a chick Stone Cold,
right? So want to say what's up to everyone hanging out in the chat tonight already. How's it going, guys?
Complaining that we haven't started?
Yeah, complaining that we haven't started yet.
Hey, this is the earliest and the quickest we've started yet.
Well, like I was telling them, I created the event page earlier in the week, and it wouldn't let me launch it from the event page, so I had to create another one. So I apologize for the confusion, guys, but at least we're here.
So I have to give one shout out before we really get started.
Oh,
I gotta give a shout out to Jay.
So you shouting out this week, Kyle?
Jay made these awesome shirts for us. We all have one. I just got them in the mail the other day.
Oh, look at those.
So
I haven't got one.
I have them still. I haven't seen you.
Okay.
I like how it's in the GTA font.
So for everybody, this is Jay's shirt company. It's,
whoa! Did we screen this before you're sitting there giving people free publicity?
Guy sent his shirts. He gets free publicity.
I don't care.
Nope. The guy, he made a
strike
shirt.
two, Stinson. That's strike two.
I don't give a shit. I'm overruling it. I'm going back to strike 1.5.
We'll give it to you this time.
But it's Gato Negro screen printing. So everybody look him up on Facebook. If you like his shirts, hook him up, talk to him.
Is that Spanish for black cat?
I thought it was French, so I don't know.
Oh,
no, I'm just joking.
Where's he located?
He's in
Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
He's in Rooster Teeth's backyard.
So yeah. So big shout out. The shirts are great. I got one for everybody. So just when I see you guys, I'll try to Brian for sure will get his on Sunday, but I'll try to get your guys this weekend.
On Sunday, huh?
Jose should be the easiest since he lives a fucking mile from me.
Right.
Exactly right.
So so everyone's got a shirt, but shout out to Jay. Thanks a lot for the shirts. We appreciate it.
See, I had an idea. I have that blank spot up in the wall behind me above my Mallrats blueprint. I think I'm going to get that shirt and the comic code shirt that we have framed and hang them up there.
I do want to get more comic code shirts made, though.
That'd be dope, Matt. Make it so it's kind of like folded into a square.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really want one of those comic code ones too. Those comic code logos were fucking unreal.
Yeah, Jose did a good job on those.
My wife's been asking for one of those for like 2 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
Because we went through someone local to get them made, and they were just so expensive.
Yeah, it's hard.
So Like I said, we'll have to get with Jay to see if I give him the logo if he can make it.
He's shown me some of the shit that he's done, man. He's a pretty talented shirt maker, man. He's got some cool looking shit he's made.
Yeah.
So
it's all exciting. So let's kick the show off tonight. And we got to start off by talking about a story that was national news and now somehow became local, and that is this $1.5 million comic book heist that took place in Florida, and somehow made it all the way to Arizona before it came to an end.
In an army duffel bag.
Arizona's the new Florida.
It seems like that over the last week and a half. Dude, it seems like that because not only have we had that, they caught I don't know if this is national news. I'm sure it is. But they caught the guy that raped the woman who was a vegetable, basically, in a nursing home. Yeah, he's a Christian rapper.
Yeah, well, of course, you know what he's going to do. She's not a vegetable. She's just like...
I thought she was a vegetable. I thought she was brain dead.
Nope, she can talk. She can move her head. She's a quadriplegic below her thing, but she has had brain damage, so she's not in any way of capacities. But this guy, you know what this guy's going to do? He's going to go say
they had a relationship.
Yeah, for it.
Yeah, and she was his girlfriend, and she gave him consent, and it's sick.
But
yeah, I think she was like 3 years old when she was like drowned or something.
Apparently, I thought that
had the
from the articles I read, it said that she was like brain dead, and that the family was going to keep the baby because it was like the only piece of her that they had left.
No, it came out yesterday that all the articles about her being in a vegetative state were wrong.
Wow.
Yeah. Sad.
But yeah. So, like Brian said, those books made it from Florida to Arizona in a duffel bag.
Jeez.
And they only confiscated $100,000 worth of comics, and it was only 4 books.
Wow.
Do we know any of the books?
They're
Golden Age Batman. Golden Age Batman.
Yeah, they were Golden Age Batman books. And I don't know who caught them. Like, there's conflicting stories because there's a shop.
It was the police.
Well, I understand that, dumbass. But there's conflicting stories because there's a shop in Scottsdale claiming that they caught him. But then the articles I've read said it happened like Gotham City Comics.
They even interviewed the guy.
So kind of what I'm understanding is it looks like Gotham, like those people in Scottsdale text Gotham City Comics and told them that someone was coming around their way with rare comics that, you know, and they're like, well, there's only a certain number of these books out in the wild. So you get suspicious whenever someone's trying to sell them.
I'd be like, yeah, they didn't show up, man. Sorry.
Yeah. But
did you buy those books off the newsstand? Yep, I bought them when I was a small child.
little wee kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what the article said. He said they tried to ask him questions to like bait him into admitting it and seeing what he would say, because he'd be like, those books came out before you were even born. You know, so
that's the thing I don't get is it's like, all right, we robbed this dude in Florida. We took it says it was a total of 400 books. And the dude's like, I'm going to take 4 of these books and I'm going to jump on a Greyhound and I'm going to go
Arizona.
I'm going to go to Mesa. Fuck it. You know what I think he did? I think he opened up he went to his iPhone. He said, Siri, where should I go? You should go to Mesa, Arizona. And he fucking jumped on and went or something, but
well, I think going across the country is smart because people are going to be looking for you in, you know, Florida, Tennessee, New Orleans, their surrounding areas.
North Carolina,
go across the country. But
the problem is we're all connected with the internet now, so you can't
and
hide.
And the comic book community is truly a very small community because that story is spread like wildfire and it's everywhere. Like, you know, like I look on my feeds on Facebook and all of my comic book groups and everybody is posting that story. It's a story that's everywhere now. And it's, you know, it's when collections that big and that, you know, that valuable go away, it's something that you hear about. It just like Brian said, we have the internet. So, I mean, in a matter of minutes, the whole country knows, and especially with a small group of comic book collectors there are really here, you know, via how many people there are. It doesn't take long for everybody to find out that there's expensive books out there.
Well, yeah. So he got arrested and he posted bail, and now you were saying he took off.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, like
Right?
it sounds like he stashed the book somewhere and grabbed a couple and tried to sell them, and he's got because they haven't recovered the entire collection yet. So it's weird.
I don't think the whole collection is here. I think he just took. I think he took some expensive books, and I think that's exactly probably what he really did. You know what? I'm gonna go far away. He probably knew somebody that lives here, and he probably just fucking gave me. I'll sell the books here in Phoenix. It's the Wild West. They'll fucking take anything. They're fucking
And
stupid.
he was probably asking like ridiculously low just to hurry up and make a sale.
Well,
Yeah.
he went
Oh, yeah.
back to make a deal.
$100,000 worth of books. He's probably like, I'll take 10 grand.
Yeah. Somebody
Just
says that to you.
It's a red
usually-
flag.
Yeah. A red flag that I need to buy those books.
Well, and it's like it makes me wonder, like if he had any connection with the dude he took him from, or because the story is very similar to what happened in Vegas, where they broke into his storage locker and took him, and that the same thing happened in Vegas, and you haven't heard anything about that lately.
Mm-mm.
Was that store owner?
That was the one that like the dude. So the one in Florida, they jacked a bunch of Batman books, and the one in Vegas, they stole a bunch of Spider-Man books.
Do we know what store it was from?
I don't remember the name of the store.
The one in Vegas was stolen out of a storage locker.
Yeah, they
came in and cut the locks out of the storage locker. So
they cut right down the middle of it, dude.
That's
took
right.
I saw it like right down the middle of the locker, so they knew what was in there.
Rule number 2: don't fucking put all your books in a storage locker.
Well, this is kind of interesting. There's a stolen comic registry. There's like a stolencomic.com where you can go, put up alerts that, comics have been stolen and people can take a look at it and they show pictures of the old books. And that's kind of interesting.
Isn't there like a barcode too?
A what?
Like a barcode on some CGCs or?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Jose, your internet is so crummy, dude. You're like lagging, and you really look like you're on chat roulette tonight. You really look like you're on chat roulette tonight.
Oh my god!
We caught this.
Like you move in like little.
It's so
skirts.
bad you have hair.
Yeah.
That might be good.
But I mean,
no candle in the sex dungeon tonight, huh?
No.
you just have to keep it smelling good tonight.
Yeah, that's crazy. That guy definitely had a lot of balls, but what a fucking idiot to try and sell those the way he did.
Yeah, everybody knows you don't try to sell shit like that to stores.
Yeah.
Hell no, you part that shit out.
You wish
Mhm.
somebody
Online.
could walk out of the store.
You sell that shit underground. Why? You know what I mean? You sell it by word of mouth.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. He's a douchebag and he still deserves,
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
no one
that-
deserves their books to be stolen.
No. Crazy.
It's fucking
You guys see the trailer for Boys?
Uh-uh.
It's badass. It's really good for the boys. It's got a bunch of really, recognizable cast members, and it's going to be on Amazon Prime. It comes out, I want to say summertime or maybe March, one of the two. And it looks fucking good, really good. It's going to be cool because we're going to have the Umbrella Academy and the boys both going on at the same time.
Have you been watching Deadly Class?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
I watched the first episode, the pilot episode. It's pretty good.
What's that on?
Sci-fi.
Yeah.
Sci-fi.
Sci-Fi's been putting out some decent shows, I hear.
Oh, I think it came on after The Magicians Wednesday night, right?
Yeah, Sci-fi on Wednesday night. Yep.
Oh man, I love that show, The Magicians. Is there
Oh,
any
my
new
God.
episodes?
The new episode came out Wednesday.
Dude, that blonde chick from the first two seasons was so hot.
Oh my god.
Aren't they ending that show?
I thought that they ended it 2 years ago.
No, the fourth season started Wednesday.
I thought they were ending it. I thought it got canceled.
Show's awesome.
It is. It's really good. I just haven't been watching it.
Yeah, it's worth picking up, and I think season 3 is on Netflix.
I'm sure you could find a a very legal webpage to watch those shows. So
I got cable, so I just DVR'd it, and I watched it last night, and it was a good season opener. It's going to be an interesting season, to say the least.
is that girl still around? That blonde?
Yeah, she's like locked in prison right now. She's so hot. That was the one. Remember, like it was last year. I kept everything that they needed a woman role for or chick role. I always wanted to put her in it because I had this like huge crush on her.
Yeah, she is so hot.
But they, I don't know. Oh yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's a fun show to watch.
She's fucking hot. I mean, like last season got a little skewed and it was a little weird and like they tried real hard. And you could tell they have a little bit more leeway this season because they were fuck is like every other word that's in the season now. So they, like the first couple seasons they were having like a lot of, which I liked it. There was a little bit of cussing and there was some nudity, and I think that's what every show needs to make it good.
Yes.
Yep.
And
the vernacular of the real life people.
Yeah, and they kind of, it looks like they strayed away more from like the partial nudity, but they're keeping the language. So I think it's good because that's normal speak. You know what I mean? Like that's the way it should be.
Yeah, it sounds weird if you don't.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I mean, not cussing constantly, but using the words like shit and stuff. You use shit. I use shit 20 times a day. Oh shit, I forgot that. Oh shit, I gotta answer that phone. It's just become part of our vernacular.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna check out Deadly Class, and if the Magicians are still on, I'm gonna check that out too.
Wednesday night.
Did you guys finish Punisher?
I haven't even started it.
Neither.
I have no interest in it.
I saw a thing where John Bernthal said he was. They asked him what he thought about them canceling it, and he goes, "I'm totally at peace with it. I know what's coming."
He doesn't give a shit. He got paid.
Well, it's just because they're doing that to every Marvel show, so it's not like it's a giant surprise.
No, he basically said, "I'm not worried because I know what's coming soon." You know what I mean? And so that made it sound like everybody was thinking, okay, they're going to go over to the Disney streaming platform from now on.
I think they're going to make an appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh hell yeah!
I don't think they're going to be like main characters. Like I don't think you're going to get a Daredevil or Punisher movie, but I think they'll make appearances.
That would be so awesome. That'd be the perfect thing for them. Have Punisher show up in Spider-Man stuff every once in a while, and that would be cool. That'd be really cool.
I think the way they're setting it up, though, like with the success of Into the Spider-Verse, it's clear that people are ready for Miles Morales.
Yes,
and I think that's the way to shake things up is, give Tom Holland another movie, and then since all these contracts are ending at Netflix, have John Bernthal come play the Punisher and do the Death of Peter Parker storyline.
Yeah,
so you bring Green Goblin into the next movie, and you have that fight take place and him get killed off, and you bring Miles in.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I agree.
Because I think that with the success of Into the Spider-Verse, it's time for a live action Miles Morales to show up.
Did you hear about Hobgoblin? Is Hobgoblin? Oh, never mind. I'm looking at something different. So I guess they're casting for Morbius now.
Yeah, Jared Leto is playing him.
Yeah, but they cast a couple other people. It looks like let's see here.
I have a feeling it's going to be another bomb like.
Oh, Matt Smith from Doctor Who.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be another bomb like Venom was.
Yeah, a lot of people really liked Venom though, but it didn't do well in money wise. I haven't seen it yet.
I already said my opinion on it. I'm not going to repeat it.
Well, I found a
drab.
It's hard. It's hard to make that movie without Spider-Man, and it definitely showed. Like it was definitely weaker without Spider-Man than it probably would have been if he was in it.
Yeah, those two need to be together.
So, but the other thing I'm super excited about is it got announced today that Kevin Smith is moving forward with Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, and it got picked up by Saban Films.
Ooh.
So it's gonna
Fuck
get
it's
released.
Saban Films.
Saban,
They
right?
did. They did.
Power Rangers.
No, it's Saban. Yeah, they did. They did the Power Rangers movies. They did the original Power Rangers TV shows.
I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
I thought it was Sabian, like the symbols.
Yeah.
No, it's Saban. Yeah.
I've been calling it wrong all my life.
Right?
I might be calling it wrong, but everywhere I hear it pronounced as Saban, and watching other people that are in Power Rangers talk about it, they say Saban. So I don't know, whatever.
Saban's
tomato.
And on top of that, isn't he doing a contest that you can do? You can win a walk-on roll into it.
He's doing it through Weight Watchers. I know that.
Ugh. Fuck, I'm out.
There you go, Brian. Let's do it. Let's get in this contest. Walk on and be on the Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
How much weight do you have to lose to get on there? Do you have to?
I don't know.
Get skinny and wear a fucking jersey or what?
I didn't really look into it.
Nice.
What? What do you think nice about?
Being prepared. Nice.
Oh yeah. Well,
I didn't look into it.
I wasn't expecting that, so I.
You weren't expecting any questioning about it. We were just breezing over it.
Great thing. I have this awesome thing called the internet.
The internet. But I don't know. It would be cool to win a fucking walk on. I like to walk on and walk back off the motherfucking movie. But it'd be so cool to be part of a Jay and Silent Bob movie. It really would be. It would be like,
that'd be awesome.
I mean, it would really be like, like a true bucket list thing to say you got to be in a Jay and Silent Bob movie, Because I mean, we all grew up with Kevin Smith and all of his movies. To be a part of one of those movies would just be fucking fantastic.
So it says, "Hey, Weight Watchers fam, want to win a walk on in Jay and Silent Bob reboot? Screenshot your Weight Watchers _US app showing you have 200 plus wellness wins to share to Instagram or Twitter by 1/31/19 with hashtag KSXWW sweepstakes. Full rules, and it gives the link below. Members as of 1/18 qualify.
Pass.
So you have to hit like Weight Watchers milestones, and I'll put the link in the chat if anyone is.
So they got what the fuck was that?
That was my roommate.
Oh,
I thought Jose just came in the sex dungeon.
oh.
So if anyone's interested, I'll just put it in the chat. So there you go.
So what? We have to do a whole bunch of fucking milestones in the next like 6 days.
Dude, bro, it's already past the 18th. You can't qualify. Get out of here. It's just for if people already have Weight Watchers because you don't know people's lives.
Get out of here.
Fuck that. Thanks for ruining it, Kevin Smith.
Hey, was your con last weekend, Matt?
No, it was like 2 weeks ago.
The what was that called again?
TaioCon.
How was it? I can't remember you talking about it.
It's a very.
I don't think he did.
Con. No.
Did you take her sister?
Yeah, my little sister went with me, and she's a huge BTS fan of Korean K-pop boy band, and she had an amazing time, and she really had a lot of fun. And like we walked up, and she was kind of like hemming and hawing about going. I was like, dude, you don't even understand. Like you're gonna be surrounded by your people, and it's gonna be the experience of a lifetime.
I love that your roommate is just sitting there on the couch eating Brian. That's so fucking awesome. He's just like, I 0 fucks to give. What's up?
Give a wave, dude. I can see you on there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's like, oh shit, I gotta go.
No, don't stop what you're doing on our account, man. It's awesome.
Kyle says, "What's up?"
All right, but
I need to get a laptop, man, so I can sit how you do it, Kyle.
This is the way to do it, man. I get to lounge. I love this fucking chair.
But yeah, she had a great time, and the convention's almost too big to be at the Mesa Convention Center now. Like it's got to move. There really wasn't a lot to do. Like I walked in the vendor hall like 6 times, and I was like, all right, let's go. And then they had like stuff outside, like games and activities, and they had like a K-pop dance group out there that she was watching. So I kind of just let her do her thing, but she had a good time. It was interesting. It was different.
That's always a problem with the main convention center, though. It's it's small. Like even when we did the Mesa cons
Mesa Media,
where we had to lure people in to see our panels.
Yeah.
But you can pretty much walk in the door and look and see the entire fucking con, the whole, convention, the floor, and look at every vendor you didn't even really have to walk. I mean, I'm sure it's pretty much the same, right?
Yeah. Like it's so small. There was like, I don't know, maybe 30 booths as far as like vendors go. Maybe probably more than that. I'm probably undercutting it a lot, but it was tiny and there wasn't a lot to do after you walked around the vendor hall a couple times. But she got a birthday gift for her and her friend, and she had a good time. So
cool.
I've been in the process of writing an article, a review for it, but I've been sick and stuff, so I just it got put on the back burner until I'm feeling better.
Smart. Not worth the stick. Everybody's going through that right now. It's that time of year.
I'm not gonna get sick. I got a flu shot.
It's not the flu. It's like this weird, nasty hybrid cold because I don't really have like flu-like symptoms, but it sucks.
Yeah, like a sore throat, cough.
Yeah. It's like a sore throat, cough, and achy type thing. It's not like,
whatever Jose's going through right now.
Yeah.
Jose, did you look into that Rick Simpson oil yet?
The what?
The Rick Simpson oil, man.
No, I've been so busy at work.
Quit fucking around. Go get on that shit ASAP.
I'll probably do it this weekend.
Yeah, it's not even worth waiting.
Hey, Brian, have you finished Hellier yet?
No, not yet. How was it?
I haven't. I got another episode to go.
What episode are you on? I'm on episode 4.
That's where I'm at. And episode 5 came out.
Oh wow,
dude! I've watched episode 1 like 3 different times for like 3 different sets of people.
It's episode 1 is creepy as hell.
Episode 1 and episode 2 are fucking like it's insane. Like I want those guys on the show so bad.
Yeah,
because I want to talk to them about this. Like we truly need to reach out to them and get him on here.
What is it?
Him and his wife, get him on here, and so that they could talk to us about this.
Yeah. So there's, I've always been into like the paranormal stuff and UFOs and shit. And there's this webpage called The Weekend Weird.
Fucking nerd.
And it's a couple that runs it. And the guy when he was a kid, he had a webpage for his ghost hunting team. And basically they went defunct, but the website stayed up. And every once in a while, he'd just see if anybody sent any emails to that website. And one day he was looking on it, and he hadn't checked in like a couple of years. And all of a sudden, there's this huge, long letter from this doctor in Hellier, Kentucky. And the doctor's telling him about how that he's going through hell, and he's afraid to talk anything and say anything because, he's a doctor and he doesn't want to lose his reputation. And so he got their information, and he said, "My kids are being terrorized by these little beings at night that are coming out of the caves. They call them goblins, and they would somehow get up to the second story and start tapping on the kids' windows and peering in and scaring the daughter." So the guy put up like these floodlights just to see if it was a raccoon or something, because he didn't really believe her. And one day the floodlights go off, and he goes to check out. He's looking out the window, and all of a sudden he could see these 2 shadows of the little goblin people. And they were going through some boxes on his porch, and they were trying to get in. And it scared the piss out of him. And so he contacted these people, and there's people read the email that they read on the first episode.
What the hell's your
awesome
roommate doing?
Huh?
Your roommate's like, I think he reached in his pants and smelled his hand. I'm not kidding. Ask him, Brian.
We all do that, dude. What are you doing? That's a normal move.
That's just life.
Yeah, that's a normal move, man.
You gotta do that. See if you need to take a shower.
Yeah. So anyway,
sorry. I just have to point something out.
I'm trying to look for it on the playback.
You'll see it.
Oh.
So anyway, these investigators say to the guy, "Well, your emails sound fascinating, but we need more. We need some type of proof." And they take pictures of these fucking tracks that are in their house, and so it's really creepy.
No, it's twisted, and like the person that like told this guy to email him is like the name that he gives is like a reference to a UFO book, and it's only referenced like in like the back of a UFO
He
book.
Totally
like
does. He totally
does.
I'm sorry, Kyle, but he totally scratches and sniffs.
See, I told you. I wasn't lying.
I'm sorry. Go on, Kyle. Go ahead.
No, but it's just I don't know if you're like if you're into UFOs and you believe that that there's extraterrestrial and maybe they're coming from different dimensions and there's weird shit going on. It's a cool thing to watch, and it's not like one of these overproduced like fake TV shows. It's like
weird with the guy with the weird hair.
Yeah, it's not one of these weird things where you could tell it's like they're creating the drama and they're creating like
they had
a scenario
creative control over it, so because they're independent, so they don't have to do any of that silly shit, and it's really done well. The music's really good, the directing's really good.
And I want to do more of that on this show. Like we're Absolute Geek. Geek is such a
what?
broad...
Scratch yourself and sniff?
No. Geek is such a broad.
Don't
term.
tell me you guys don't do that.
There's so many.
Do that. Everybody
does it.
There's so many like different avenues that we can go that fall under the term geek. So I would like to get more into like paranormal stuff and things like that.
Yeah, I bet you that one of these people, one of these two, the original people I got the email, I bet you they do, a quick show with us.
Because I'm into that stuff too. Like,
just like
we just have to plug something for them.
Well, like I'm into that too. So like I'm into UFOs and weird stuff like that. And like there's a bunch of YouTube channels I watch that do that kind of stuff.
Phase of the Moon.
Yeah, you get
Team 10. You
get into like a rabbit hole and you fall down it. And, like slapped ham and stuff like that. Like you fall down all these weird videos. But I used to listen to Coast on AM radio.
Yeah, I got Art Bell's autograph.
Yeah, that kind of stuff is pretty interesting to me too. So
yeah,
that'd be an awesome idea.
I got a funny story. Your story about Coast to Coast is probably the same as my story. Every night when I go to bed as a kid, I had a little AM FM radio player, and I had turned it to AM one night, and it happened to be Coast to Coast AM with Art Bell. I think I was like 7. I listened to Coast AM with Art Bell, and then when George Norrie took over, from like 7 to 28 every night. I didn't miss a show. That was such a good show. Reached like 12 million listeners.
Jeez.
Yeah, Coast to Coast was a good show.
Like my house is straight fucking haunted.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude.
I can't come over anymore, man. I'm sorry.
So what's going on right now is whatever the ghost is, it's like one thing that the ghost likes to do is like, so we have it's like our living room and then my bedroom, and then down the hall are the kids' bedrooms, and down the hall is our hall closet where we keep like our soaps and our razors and stuff, our towels, stuff like that, toilet paper.
Yeah,
so we keep our soap in there. Yeah, so we keep our soap in there.
Matt, you got to take that. Sorry, Kyle. You got to take that little scene and use it as a snippet in Instagram or something.
What, him scratching himself?
Absolute Geek. Absolute.
We don't smell bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neither do you.
The smell of balls.
Yum yum.
But what'll happen is like we
Are
go to
you
Costco,
fresh?
Right?
Absolute Geek Podcast.
How
fresh are you? There you go.
That's a good one.
That's our new shirt.
It's got a bar of soap. How fresh are you? But no, what's happening is you'll be in the shower and you get out of the shower and there'll be like 1, 2 to 3 stacks of soap on the sink.
What?
And then you walk into our bedroom, and on our bed there'll be soap. There'll be brand new things of soap. So we'll take them and we'll go and we'll put them back into the cupboard, into the hallway. And the next thing you know, again, you get out of the shower and there's fucking soap sitting on the sink. That brand new thing still in the wrapper. And then the other thing that happens is you're sitting in your room and like the door's locked and shut. And it sounds like the door opens, slams, locks, and you hear somebody walk by and you look and there's nobody there. And then you'll hear it again, like they'll leave. Like it freaks my kids out all the time. And like my wife gets all freaky too, because she's just sitting there watching TV and it sounds like the door opens and slams and shuts. And then she sees somebody walk by down the hall and she's like, what the fuck?
Tim says in the chat, it's the ghosts of guinea pigs past.
Yes, they're coming back to get us.
They're coming after you.
Jay says Absolute Ghost Adventures, Kyle's audition.
Oh man.
I would love to do that. Like I would love to go ghost hunting. Like take a camera and go ghost hunting and see what happens.
I'd be too afraid something followed me back.
So there's a thing you have to do is you gotta kind of like you know. They say you're supposed to tell ghosts, all right, I don't want you here, you need to go away, but that shit doesn't work. Just like I had ghost people come to my house because what happens is in my master bedroom, you can like, well, they're part of like a ghost hunting team.
Investigator,
the guy who wears
I had the
shirts.
No, but what happens is when you sit and lay on my bed and watch TV, if my bathroom doors open, you can see into my bathroom and you can see into the mirror and stuff. Well, if you look, you can see somebody standing in my bathroom staring at you through the mirror.
What?
I think it's your kid playing tricks on you, dude.
No,
that's still scary as fuck. Even if it wasn't kids.
So we keep the door shut all the time because of that. Because you could, and so like one time I put a recorder. Because like I have we used to be I used to kind of be in like the paranormal ghost hunting. So I have like this digital recorder and I've got like this K2 meter and I've got like this little kit that I have of like stuff so I can go like ghost hunting and shit. Yeah, so I can fucking throw it around and fucking burn people and shit. So what I did was I left the recorder in my bathroom and I left. And I took off and I went and ran some errands and nobody was here. So I came back to listen to my recorder. And so I'm listening to it and, like I have a program to run it through so I can like take out the background noise and I can take out like, like the air conditioner turning on, those kind of noises. So what happened, I'm sitting there listening and the only thing that happens is it sounds like somebody comes up next to my, recorder and they're smacking the sink.
Oh my God. Dude.
So you can hear blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, what the fuck? And I say, hey, we don't want you guys here. If you guys want to go next door and fuck with them.
Kyle's fucking BDSM night. That's just him getting whipped.
Right, but I told him a few times, why don't you just go fuck with the people next door? They probably would enjoy it more than us. My son always tells me up in the corner he could see somebody staring at him in his room.
Maybe that's what your son's screaming at.
Maybe.
It's the ghost of Chet's past.
Fuck that. That's all bullshit. I don't believe in no fucking ghosts. That's just dumb.
Get the Ghostbusters.
They're saying in the chat that you should do PKE meters or EVP.
Well, that's what I did. I set my recorder down so I can do an EVP.
Infrared and heat and.
But I mean, all I got was somebody was like smacking the sink next to my recorder.
Go all out.
But I mean, I don't know.
All right. So have you guys heard about the people that you can get that app on your phone where you set it like next to your bed or on a table at night and it'll record if they hear anything. And all these people are doing it and they're getting EVPs of people in their bedroom with them at night.
I think that's the app doing that.
If that is, that's fucking even more genius.
Because there's an app, there's a stupid app that's called like Ghost Detector or some shit that like it'll go off and show you if there's a ghost or and whether it's good or evil in your area, and like it's the stupidest shit. It's the app doing it. I I don't think that's legit at all. I'm not gonna trust an app. Like,
try it.
If it's like, I'll try it. If it's
What's it called?
Yeah, Brian, what's it called? I'll try it.
Let me tell you. It is called.
I have a feeling it's going to be someone that sounds like Kellen just saying, "Fuck you, fat boy."
You can't find
Jay
it.
said it was a ghost of the EVP ghost. It was an EVP of the ghost masturbating.
Yep.
Fucking stupid.
He's got that spectral wood, so he's got to smash it hard.
Sleep as Android, I think it's called.
What is it called?
Sleep as Android.
Oh, is it only an Android app?
I mean, I'm sure you can find other ones.
That's so weird. But yeah, I get into watching these like stuff online. Like every now and then I'll be sitting there and like a video will end and I just fall down this rabbit hole of watching these weird like paranormal videos. And some of this stuff is like so weird. Like one of the things that fascinates me is time jumpers and
John Titor.
Dimensional stuff.
You ever look into the story of John Titor?
I haven't.
Bro, you will go down. That's right up your alley. You're going down the ultimate rabbit hole. Basically, I'll give you the gist. And
is he the guy with the cell phone?
No, he's the guy that back in. Let me grab the book.
Well, while you're doing that, have you heard the Coast to Coast episode where they had it's called the Coast to Coast Caller, where the guy calls in and he's like freaking out and he says that he worked for the government and that people are after him.
That
and
was
that
Michael Avon Emming.
Yeah, halfway through the call, it just dies. Everything dies.
You know who that was, right? This is gonna crack you up. It's called the Area 51 caller, and he's crying. He's saying they're tracking my call. They'll come find me soon, and we just can't believe them. And he starts crying.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know? Do you ever read the comic or see the comic Powers?
Yes.
You know the artist for that? His name's Michael Avon Emming.
Mm-hmm.
He also did not Mouse Guard, but Templar Mice or whatever. That was him that made that call, just fucking around.
Oh, really?
And he went on another radio show of the guy who covers for Coast to Coast over the weekends. His name's Jimmy
Olsen.
Fade to Black with Jimmy something. Anyways, he went. Avon Emming went on there and did the same voice again and everything to prove it.
Well, because I've looked into videos. I've looked into videos of people like trying to disprove it, and like they've had experts. They had someone come forward and say it was him, and they had experts saying that it's not the same voice. And I didn't hear that it was him though. So you just dropped some more knowledge on me.
That's the same thing that I think Brian was telling me that story while we were watching that Hellier show. But I think part of it is exactly what the dude was explaining on Hellier. He was talking about, he's like, if you've made yourself more acceptable to things, it seems like more of it is in front of you. So if you're willing to accept that it's there, you start to see it more. So.
Oh, I mean, I totally believe in aliens. Like, there's no way that we're the only planet that has life on it.
Oh, no.
Like,
I believe they come through different dimensions.
Yeah, I don't think space travel is what we think it is. I think they travel interdimensionally. Like it's interdimensional travel.
Yeah, I agree with you, Matt. 100%.
I think they do it very Horizon.
Here's the thing that John Titor story I was talking about. This book right here is super hard to find. It was actually put out by his family when they right after it happened, and they only made like 300 copies. You had to buy them straight from them. But maybe you can see that. Can you see that?
Yeah.
A little bit,
okay. Yeah. Let me read this off to you real quick. This shit's crazy. In January of 2003, a young couple and their 5-year-old son entered my law office in Nebraska. They claimed to be the parents of John Titor, a time traveler from the future. Although I've reserved final judgment on their claims, their story and evidence they presented was quite convincing. They told me a tale about a man who used a time machine to travel from the year 2036 to 1975, and then from 1975 to 1998, where they first met him. For a period of nearly 3 years, this man, claiming to be their young son as an adult, stayed with them in their home. For reasons that are still not clear, in 2001, he borrowed his father's computer and began posting on the internet about who he was and why he was there. This book is a compilation of those internet posts he left online. He started in November of 2000, right before the presidential election. And after nearly 5 months of speaking with people online, he left our timeline and returned to his home timeline in 2036. When his parents approached me to present the pictures, documents, and notes and copies of all his original posts, they wanted closure. For reasons I cannot explain, they were anxious to leave Florida and rid themselves of the ties to this man who claimed to be their son from 2036. Today, even today, you can still go online and read John Titor's original post. There are thousands of websites where John Titor is discussed, and the original people he spoke with are still online. So if you look up the story, you can go read all his posts. He predicted a lot of things. He predicted the Columbia disaster. He predicted 9/11. He predicted a lot of stuff, and he makes a lot of sense. And
did he predict that the Cubs were going to win the World Series and Jaws 3 was going to come out?
Yeah,
in 4D or whatever, or 8D or whatever it is.
But if you ever get a chance, just look up John Titor. There's a guy going around right now saying he's actually him, but he's not. He's 100% not. He's just trying to get money, and he goes on all the stupid UFO and ghost, circuits saying he's the real John Titor, but he's 100% not. The family says that they haven't heard or seen from him since the one that came back in time. Their son now is older with them, but they haven't heard or seen from him since. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. It's believable.
Is their son's name actually John?
No, John Titor is a pseudonym they used for him. I think somebody said they might have found out his name, but I can't remember. But anyways, he even shows schematics of the time travel device. So they basically, the way they put it, and this is the amazing thing, they had to come back to our timeline to get a special IBM computer that had a special part in it, and he needed that to fix his time machine. And where he put his time machine it's a little box, like a shoe box,
in his butt. And
he had like a black, like 1980 something Camaro, and he put that in like the tore out the passenger seat and like hooked it all up. And then
I would use the DeLorean.
Well, he doesn't. The way he explained it, you don't use the car. The car is just a vehicle to hold you in. And the way it works is you start the time machine, and it creates, like Matt said, an interdimensional bubble around you. And then wherever you pick to go in whatever time period, the bubble will go away and you'll be there. And if you pick the wrong area and they've like built over that stuff, it's scary because you could end up being caught inside those areas, But he explained it all and everything. And then like 2 years after he supposedly went back to his own timeline, they contacted IBM and asked IBM about if this shit was real, this special computer you had to find, and this and that. And the IBM guy literally said something like, "How did you hear about this? There's nobody else that knows about this other than me and one other guy, and that guy's dead now. Like, there's no way you could have heard about this." So it's fascinating. It's somewhat believable. Do I really believe it? No, but it's fun to read.
There's videos online. I don't know if you've seen this, of a woman. She claims that someone broke into her house, and so and her husband wasn't home, and she was upstairs, and she says that someone broke into her house, and it sounds like they're in the bathroom, and she's calling 911, freaking out, and they're like, did you hear any glass break? Did you hear anything like that? And she says, no, but there's someone in my bathroom. And the 911 operator is telling her to stay put, and she's freaking out. And of course she doesn't listen. She's like, I'm going to go see who it is. And so she goes down to the bathroom, and she stops and just lets out this blood curdling scream. Huh. And she's like, it's my husband, and he's hurt, but he's older.
Whoa.
And he's laying bleeding in my bathtub. So the 911 operator is like, all right, the police are coming. The police are there. And apparently, sure enough, the police show up, and he's there. So, and then they lose track of him after at the hospital.
Isn't that a movie called The Time Traveler's Wife?
It is something like there's a movie like that, yes, but it's like but in the movie she knows he's time traveling, but like it's just crazy some of the things you hear about, and it's really like it's almost too good to be true.
Yeah. That's my problem with this. It's so good. It's just too good to be true. Very cool though. I love reading shit like that. The other cool thing is that book that I showed you guys. This book that they put out. It sells for $700 to $1,000.
Jeez.
Holy shit.
Yeah, because they only did a 300 print run. And people that are into this shit, into John Titor, are like ravenous. So I think there's one on Amazon and there's one on eBay.
We had in the town I grew up, back home, Michigan, we had a very local lore that was very like based, called Dogman.
Oh, I know about Dogman.
And he comes like every 7 years, and he's like, he was the birth of like an inbred family.
Yep.
It's weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of sightings of that Dogman thing all over in that area. Tons of them.
So in Michigan?
Yeah.
Yeah, Michigan, Minnesota, just that whole area, up there.
What is it?
It's a half dog, half man. It's like a man with a dog's head.
It's a man dog.
Yeah, there's a lady. I'm trying to think of her name, where she's like the main person that investigates that stuff.
What does he do? Does he he kills people, or he just
like
fucks
Bigfoot.
with people?
Yeah, he's pretty much like Bigfoot.
He doesn't really fuck with anybody. It's just a sightings thing.
Well, he does terrorize people, but supposedly he's supposed to be an experiment, right, Matt? Does that sound right?
He's a vegetarian.
People say experiment. People say he was a product of inbreeding, like he was inbred and forced to live in a cabin by himself and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of different stuff about him.
Yeah, the Michigan Dogman is a werewolf-type creature that was first reported in 1887 in Weirwooks County, Michigan. Sightings have been reported in several locations throughout Michigan, primarily in the northwestern quadrant of the Lower Peninsula.
I think that's awesome, like Bigfoot and Dogman. They live for so long. Like, it's awesome. Like I think it's cool that they get to live hundreds of years.
That is cool. I'm all about it.
You're all about them living hundreds of years.
Hell yeah!
It's definitely not that Michigan water.
That Flint water.
But no, I mean it's interesting, like what people think is out there. Like,
you guys remember the Phoenix Lights?
Yeah,
that was fucking crazy. That was absolutely nuts. Everybody was outside watching the Hale-Bopp comet. And all of a sudden, this big, huge thing comes over and totally blackens out all the stars.
The continuum transfunctioner. Yeah, crazy. I think the Phoenix Lights are staged.
They were. The second part was staged.
I think the whole thing was staged.
Nah,
with flares and balloons, man.
The first one, they didn't burn out. It traveled the whole I-17 corridor from Tucson up to north. So, and when they started to get reports on it, because my uncle works in the radio, and he was working that night, and he said that they were getting so many reports about this thing that was, the miles wide, and when it got close, you couldn't see any stars through it, nothing. It was totally black. And he said they had like hundreds of calls. And then,
go ahead.
And then, so what they did is they called Luke Air Force Base and they asked Luke Air Force Base, "Hey, do you guys have some planes out in the sky tonight?" They're like, "Absolutely not. We don't have anything out there." And he knows this well because he's one of the guys that called the base. And he goes, "Oh, that's weird." And so then he goes back to do more investigation, and then all of a sudden the Air Force calls to start letting all the media know, "Yeah, we do have planes out there. They're out there doing flare drops right now, and they were doing that earlier also. So you can see them now." It was just them totally covering their butts like they did in Roswell, and
they got the call. Hey,
yes, yep. Supposedly, there's a guy up north that purported to have some type of video, but That was a while ago. I imagine we'd have seen it by now.
Or he's probably dead.
Or, yeah, he's probably dead, or the government gave him a offer he couldn't refuse.
The Men in Black show.
Brian, have you ever heard of the Galactic Federation of Light?
No.
Dude, look this up. So when I was working at Walmart, all right, when I worked for Walmart for a time, there was a dude, he was a Hispanic dude that worked there, and he told me all about the Galactic Federation of Light. Like, he was super serious about this. And apparently it is a group of interdimensional aliens that are coming to our planet to start a breeding process with humanity in order to save our race.
Yeah.
And that they're in contact with the government, and that Obama knew about them, and that like everything that is going on in our government is going to their plan. And they're saying that like Trump became president because we ignored their signs, and it's this whole just crazy thing. Like, I guess they send messages, and like apparently our world and their worlds are gonna merge, and it's just this weird, just almost religion type thing.
Sounds like we need to build a wall around the Earth.
if Matt, you know what that sounds like? There's this phenomenon that happens in like Peru and certain parts of Northern California, and they call them Zendras, like Xendras, I think. And it started happening in like Peru more than anything. And these Peruvians out there they had a person who was kind of like able to tune into those frequencies and shit. And as soon as that person would like get a feeling, that means that those beings were going to come. So they would send out like 30 people and just start doing this crazy meditation and shit. And all of a sudden these beings would show up out of nowhere, like at the edge of the forest and shit. And, you know, craft would fly over them. And there's people on YouTube talking about them. And it's pretty nuts. It's pretty crazy. Like, a couple really credible people actually saw it, and it freaked one of them out so bad. Like, she was like having a nervous breakdown. But that's kind of like along the lines of what you were talking about.
I'll be right back.
So their last transmission apparently says, "We know this might appear overly political, as you say, but this is not the reality of our perception. Our concern is your understanding of what is now unfolding on your planet, orchestrated by a group of global elitists who do not have humanity's best interests in mind. We are not drawing attention to this to frighten you, but rather to have you consider the bigger picture. We have said this before, that your world is in the midst of a humanitarian catastrophe, indeed a holocaust of unfathomable proportions. As such, we benevolent extra-dimensional beings know we must intervene. Our efforts are organized via a coalition of advanced benevolent races who have figured out through trial and error ourselves how civilizations function best in a way that is adequate for each and every being that is brought into existence. We refer to ourselves as the Galactic Federation of Light, as we are all united around one purpose, to ensure the victory of love and light in their world, but also in the cosmos at large."
That's interesting. That's really interesting.
But yeah, so he swore by this. He's like, "You're gonna find out, man." He's like, "Open up your mind. You're gonna find out." And it's just like, it's the weirdest thing.
You know what, though? I also, my buddy Keith was telling me a story the other day, and this is kind of like along those same lines. He goes, "Yeah, this one guy that, he was a director of an thing I was in, or they met him somehow through acting. And the dude came over to his house, and they were doing dab rips. And the dude got so stoned that he went into he said Keith walked by one time, and the dude was in his bathroom with his finger completely inside his eyeball to the knuckle, man. And the dude was swearing that he had a parasite eating in his eyeball, going to eat his brain. And then Keith is like, "Dude, you're acting weird," and went to go call 911. And the dude, all of a sudden,
he was there.
Yeah, he was there. Yeah,
holy shit!
Yeah. the dude had a knife, right? He was like poking, he was checking his eye with his knife, and there's blood all over the place, Keith said, and Keith called 911, and the cops or the firefighters wouldn't come up because the dude had a knife. So only way they would come up is if Keith would talk the dude down to putting down the knife. So the dude all of a sudden pulls out the finger from his eyeball, and there's blood everywhere, and he's showing like he has something in his hand. He's like, I got you, you son of a bitch, I got you. And Keith's like, dude, there's nothing there. And the dude just freaked out, and finally he put down the knife, and they took him in, and they did a bunch of medical stuff. The doctor told him, you're so lucky you still have your eyeball. If you went back any farther, you'd have lost your eye. But that's like the second end of that. Like, some of those people are freaking nuts.
That's fucking crazy.
Schizophrenia, yeah.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with the fact that he was ripping DMT.
No, marijuana tabs. If he was ripping DMT, then he probably would have found God and been cool instead of finding a parasite in his eyeball. So
I've never been so high that I think a parasite is in my eyeball.
Right? And Keith was like, Keith was going, it wasn't because of the weed. He goes, I think the weed just triggered his schizophrenic, reaction, or, he went like schizo all of a sudden. I'm like, yeah, man, that could have been it. But shit, if I see some dude, walk around my apartment with his finger all the way down his eye and a steak knife, I'm calling 911 too.
Right? You got to do something. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. No. Craziness.
That's wild. I'd like to, did he ever find out, was he just high as fuck, or?
No, the guy really thought that there was something in his head. He really 100% thought.
I heard stories of a guy, I don't know who used to tell me about it, but what he used to do is he used to swear that there was things inside of him, and he had this box, and what he did was he swore the things in this box were things that came out of his body. So it's all these weird, and not scabs or anything like that, but
so he's not like your mom with the scab collection?
No. But it was little things that he'd swear came out of his body, and listening devices and stuff like that. And I don't know, I think that's all sleep deprivation. When you haven't slept in so long, your mind just starts playing tricks on you.
Well, there's all kinds of weird shit out there like that. Though, there's people that talk about phantom limb, not maybe it's a little bit they say that their arm isn't their arm.
Yeah,
and they try to cut it off. And
wasn't there a movie? Idle Hand.
Maybe.
Yeah. That's an old movie.
But she was so fucking hot in that movie.
Like her pinnacle.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I think
everybody our age masturbated to her in that movie.
I didn't, because I've never seen it.
You're a fucking liar.
No, sir.
Now you gotta watch it. Oh my god.
It was Halle Berry and Swordfish for me.
She was wearing that. Oh my god.
You guys remember SLC Punk?
Yep.
Yeah.
Devin Sawa got all fucked up off all that acid because it was in his pocket and he was sweating. But
I think we just went down a rabbit hole ourselves.
I know we did.
It was an awesome rabbit hole, man. That was a rabbit hole. It's so much fun to be in.
So just for an update, it's been exactly 1 week since we threw down the gauntlet to CBCS to come on the show.
Right.
To no response.
So no response, and I'll give an update. The update is, hold on, I'll read you the update.
The update is there is no update.
Kind of. So it was I had seen them post, hey, books from so and such con are coming back. And I was like, oh, I said, I seen your announcement. It's Phoenix Comic-Con close behind. He's like, he said, I'm hoping so. He's like, again, pressing order, which is a bit past the others. And I was like, you know what? Cool. Won't bug you about it anymore. He's like, you can, just a waiting game. I get it. No one wants to be without their books this long. Sucks.
Going on
I feel
a
bad
year.
for him.
I mean, I'm sure he's getting it from all directions, and I get it. But like,
I'll be
I
right
don't
back.
know. It just, dude, 8 months is a long time.
It's a very long time.
It's a long time to wait for anything, unless it's being fucking custom built for me.
Yep.
It's a long time to fucking wait for something.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
And it's not like it's being custom built for me. It's being vacuum sealed and encased in fucking plastic.
Yeah, that shouldn't take
Like
8 months.
it's not fucking crazy.
Like
That's my whole thing about it.
whoever they have pressing the books must be taking like his sweet ass time.
It's I don't think it's a matter of the person that was pressing the books, because that should only put it like a couple weeks behind. You know what I mean? I don't think it's necessarily that it was sitting there pressing. I think it's the fact that it's sitting there. I think the pressing is the excuse to use to, hey, that's why it's taking so long.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. I don't think it's the actual people who pressed it. But you know what it's done? And I'll be honest. And this is a call out to everybody that's listening and everybody that I know. Next time I talk about, well, I'm gonna get this book signed. I'm gonna focus on it all to be graded. I just want people to go CBCS 9 months. I just want that reminder that this horrible fucking experience. And it's not like it's horrible and I'm like sitting around like frantically pulling my hair out for it. It just pisses me off that it's like that.
It's taking that long.
Like I see other books, man, that say September and they've got them back. So why the fuck are my books from June not back?
Yeah.
How the fuck are these people getting their books back from September? I don't understand it.
Well, Brian and one of the other Flipside guys had a conversation about that on their show on Monday night, where Brian read off the turnaround times for CBCS and CGC, and the other dude was like, CGC is no better. He's like, I've been waiting for months for my books, and Brian's like, oh, their turnaround time is quick now, and he's like, I don't buy that. So I don't know.
I mean, is it the luck of the draw? You know
Maybe
what?
it's just a matter
Kyle,
of where you had to send your books.
That's a stupid fucking name. Let's make him wait 8 months.
It was, yeah, you're
Fuck
right.
that guy.
That guy, they're doing the same thing their CBCS is doing for you. The reason that guy's order was so late is because he added pressing to it. So I don't know if that's maybe the reason why that's taking so long, but you'd think a press wouldn't take that long.
Yeah.
No.
Shouldn't.
Well, you know, like I was looking back through my messages with him and I was like, I think I sent them to you, Brian, but I was like, he's like, your books are going out with a pressing order. And I said, both of my J. Scott Campbell books. And he said, yes, but I got one of them back already. So how's he telling me that it's the pressing order if I already got one of my books that he told me was with the pressing order?
Didn't you guys buy a press?
Yeah, we got 2 of them. We just got to learn to use them.
Yeah, there you go. You got to figure that out, and then
I'm just not going to get my books graded, man.
Offer that service. Offer to press them for people, and then they can send them off. That way, you don't have to wait.
Yeah.
I've just soured to the whole deal of fucking.
Yeah, you've gone to one extreme to the other and back.
I mean,
it's understandable too. That's ridiculous. They're fucking you. They're fucking everybody.
They're fucking everybody. And like, I just, you know, and it's just like I was saying last week, why should I have to be so patient? Like, why should I just accept it's a waiting game, sir? Like I don't think that's an acceptable answer.
Because you're the consumer, you gave them their money, and now fuck you.
Yeah, they already got the money.
It's the same thing with like when you try to get a refund for something, and they're like, all right, well, it's gonna be 3 to 7 business days. I'm like, fuck you. You took my money right away. Give it to me back right away. I want to wait. Don't make me wait.
That's stupid.
But I just really just don't have a need to get my books graded. Fuck it.
What about CGC?
I'm just soured right now. I don't want to send my books to anybody.
I don't blame you, man. Not a bit.
I know their turnarounds are quicker, but
I don't blame you, man.
I don't want to deal with anything.
I really truly think that CBCS loses books.
I think they all do.
I think CBCS more than the others, though. I think that's why
so many books.
And
use Jason Perrin as an example. Look what happened to him. He sent in a book, and he got a completely different book in return.
Did it say his name on the invoice and stuff?
I'm assuming so, because he went to Twitter with it, and he was like, "I didn't send off this book, but I'll take this in exchange." And it was like some really good Spider-Man book at a high grade.
Wow.
And then CGC is gonna call you and be like, "We want that book back," but fuck you, Yeah.
You done fucked up.
You done fucked up. I don't know. It just burns my ass, and I just don't think I really have to accept with it's a waiting game, sir. Part of it is I'm reading it via text, so I'm reading it with this is how I'm reading it, truly, and I know it's probably not what it is.
You're putting the inflection on the wrong syllables.
Yeah, so what I'm like I said is I see your announcement is Phoenix Comic-Con close behind.
Phoenix Comic-Con.
And so when I read it as again pressing order, because he's told me a couple times, again pressing order, which is a bit past the others. I read it as he's being a dick, and he's a good guy. I know he's not, but that's how I'm reading it.
Well, that's how you're choosing to interpret it because you've been burned so many times by
it.
Yeah, you get to that point, and you just, even if the dude is a good dude, you can't trust him,
right?
Because it's not him. That doesn't seem like it's him that's purposely doing it. It's just for whatever reason, whatever he's aligned himself with is
yeah. I mean, but when it boils down to it, it's like he's still the representative, and he's the person I have to go to.
Have you asked him if he'll do the show?
He's been on before.
Yeah, we've had him on before. But to talk about this?
Yeah.
No. Because I don't think it's fair to him to take the brunt of our frustration via us being on the podcast and everybody get to hear it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to put anybody on blast or anything like I just want a response for you. That's essentially I want a response for you and everybody that's in your boat. You sat here for so long praising them, and now it's like, okay, you're all getting the shit end of the stick,
Yeah, they did. Somebody higher up, I believe, does need to come on and talk to us.
Yeah.
And, like I was telling Brian, I think what they should do is they should at least come on the show. And what they should do is they should come on to explain to us as consumers why we should use their product.
Even with the issues.
Yeah.
Even with the issues. Why should we keep using them? That's what they should be coming on and explain to us. They should almost be doing a commercial. Why, this is why you should still use us, even though we suck right now and we're shitting the bed, and it's taking us 6 to 9 months to get your books back. But this is why we think you should. Your money should go to us still.
Well, that's a sad fact. Is I've been thinking about getting books graded finally, and if I do so, I have to use CBCS because I need to use their signature verification.
I would wait until they get their shit together.
I can't believe CGC hasn't started that yet. I mean, they would blow this company out of the water if they started that.
Oh, it would be over. CBCS would no longer be here. It would be like PGX. They would just be the other company that's talked about and referenced once in a while.
Yeah.
They would have to hire so many more people to keep up with it.
I think it's funny how looked down on PGX is.
You don't even bring them up anymore in the conversation.
Well, and now you go to a book store and you're like, oh man, look at this 9.8 book. Yeah, it was PGX. It's PGX. Yeah. So it's really probably like a 9.6. Yeah.
Before I sent my Amazing Spider-Man originally off to CBCS to have it verified, PGX has verifications. They do secondary authentication also. And they actually did it before CBCS did. So before I sent my book to CBCS, I actually contacted PGX because I knew that they did it. And I'll tell you right now, their responses were immediate. Like,
because nobody's buying anything.
I was just trying to say, they got nothing to do, bro.
But I mean, like,
guy.
I messaged them and they messaged me back like within like 15 minutes. I had a message back.
It's one guy sitting in his room like Jose. Bad camera, creepy and darky, yeah.
Hey, at least you get your message quick.
Yep.
But their turnaround times are better than CGC and CBCS.
Yeah, probably because nobody sends anything to them.
Yeah, they're probably in the bathroom. That's why it took so long. 50 minutes.
He was on Facebook on the shitter.
Oh, shit, somebody emailed me.
One of the craziest things about this whole CBCS thing to me still is the fact that they have not got their server up and running so we could see our grades and everything and see all the metrics. It's been 4 years.
I don't even log anymore. Fuck them.
Yeah,
like I went on. They have a forum now where you can go on and talk to other members, and the number one chat that's going on in there is where the fuck are my books?
Yes, yes.
That is the number one discussion going on in the CBCS forum right now. Is where the fuck are my books? Why the fuck is it taking this long to get my books?
Yeah,
well, even if it's taking a long time, they should be doing their due diligence and updating you constantly. Be like, all right, this is what's going on. This is, I understand, at least giving you something, not just like, throwing you out to the wind.
I'll be honest, they used to have awesome customer service. Like, you would call, there was somebody there to answer the phone. You emailed, somebody emailed you back. And I don't think they have that anymore.
No, you're right.
Probably because it's flooded with people saying, where the fuck are my books?
Yeah. they just shut the email off. Fuck it, don't even answer that.
They shut the chat down because it's just one after another. Where the fuck are my books?
But that's the CBCS update. Is I still have my fucking books. The update is sometime in February still.
Jeez.
Which we're only a week away from February.
Yeah.
So like, why I should be having some kind of update as to fucking. If it's a week away, then shouldn't there be some kind of update saying? Yeah, they should be about a week away. Speaking of updates, Jose, do you have any updates for us on the love triangle?
She texted me and she's going back with the guy who's religious and yep.
So what really happened when she called you drunk? Because I feel like you're holding stuff out.
Nothing. We talked for like 5 minutes and that's it.
I think you're a damn liar, Jose.
No.
She sent you some naughty pics, huh?
No, I wish she did.
Pervert.
Well,
nope, she just told me that she wants to go back with her ex, which is probably a stupid idea. I don't know, I deleted her text string. Let me see.
Oh, poor Jose.
I think it's just that one that I sent you guys.
I'm gonna stop overhyping your segments, Jose, because you let me down. At least make it crazy. Be like, she wanted to have like a crazy 4-way and bring in furries, and so I was like, all right. And I went there, and it was like a total sex dungeon, and just like everywhere you look, dildo.
This is what she said. She said, "Hey, it's been really lovely chatting with you, but I'm probably foolishly going to give my ex a second chance. I'm really sorry to have wasted your time, but it's been nice, and you seem really great." That's it.
Tim says in the chat, well, did her boyfriend send you naughty pics?
Probably not.
I think that was just a nice way for her trying to let you down. Like,
oh, that's fine.
She didn't text you for a while. I think that was just like the nail in the coffin.
The fade.
Yeah. The fade away.
Fade away.
Going back to my boyfriend.
The gentle ghost.
She was the gentle ghost.
Yeah, Tim says in the chat, but since you don't have a car, I'm going to get back with my ex.
Right? That's where you fucked up when you said you couldn't drive her nowhere.
I told her I was kidding. I had a car.
Yeah, I would say that later. But too late, man. You already fucking planted the seed in no car.
Right?
Oh, well. Okay.
there's more fish in the internet.
Yep.
You got a whole website for it. It's called Plenty of Fish.
What's that other site called? Is it called Field? And it's mostly for threesomes?
Yeah, yes.
Is that what it's called?
You were listening to Holberg this morning, huh?
Yes, I was.
The midget who hooked up with his hot Asian wife.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who likes threesomes.
Yeah. And what happened is they didn't one of them didn't show up to the threesome, and then it was just the twosome, and they actually like connected, and now they're together.
I could never do a threesome. I'm not man enough.
You're not man enough.
I'm not man enough. I can only focus on one. I can't focus on two.
One is too much.
Yeah. One is plenty.
One is plenty of fish.
I'd give it my all, but I would fail miserably.
Ooh.
You'd fail miserably.
Yeah.
Farmersonly.com.
There you go.
There's a paranormal date site.
Or like Grizzled. You and Brian should go on Grizzled for chicks that want to stroke your beards. I feel like I'm left out here, so Kyle and I are trying to grow our beards. Mine's coming in very trailer park and pubit and like I can't talk.
Prepubescent.
Thank you.
I don't like mine because it's gray.
That's fucking awesome. I wish my beard was gray, man.
Mine's turning gray.
I have like one gray hair, but I have like a full gray beard.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I always wished and hoped that I would get totally white hair. Like that would be sweet. Even as a kid. Yeah. Be badass.
That's what we call Kellen's dad. Kellen's dad is like white and Kellen's going white. So I joke around and say that they're going to start a crime fighting duo, the Silver Fox and Sterling Cup.
That'd be cool.
Is Kellen still living with you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Who?
The roommate.
The roommate?
The roommate. Hopefully yours doesn't put his hands down his pants and sniff it.
No. is that why you keep turning off your camera, because he's around, so you're afraid he's gonna do it again?
Are you gonna tell him he did that on camera?
Oh yeah. He don't care.
I think he probably did it on purpose.
Yeah, that dude don't give a fuck.
He's a cool dude.
The part that kills me, he was just eating a sandwich with that same hand.
Yep.
I like that he was just sitting on the couch eating like nothing was going on.
Yeah, he don't
talking to somebody. Oh well.
Like when Brian was like, "Yeah, you're on camera," he had the deer in the headlights looking. He's like, fuck it."
Oh man,
dude, when we're going through comics, we'll have boxes and boxes of comics on the island in Brian's kitchen, and we're just going through books, and he walks up and he's like, "What the fuck is right?" Like the look is like, "The fuck is wrong with you guys?" Yeah, and we're like going through, all excited because we're seeing all these comic books, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Like it's the same look. Like after like the third or fourth time now, though, it's kind of like, now he almost expects it when he walks around the corner now.
Now when he walks in, he goes, "More comics."
Yeah,
like, yeah,
nerds.
He gives me shit because he goes, you keep on saying you're buying all these for eBay, but you never sell them on eBay. So you're lying. This is just your collection.
Right? That's exactly what it is.
Fuck.
It's the first sign of hoarding.
That's been a battle for like the 3 years I've known you.
Yes.
You never sell shit online.
I mean, real quick, look at this. Look at this.
You have to turn your camera on first.
I know. I'm just making sure that all right, there we go. Did you see that? That's new. That's stuff that's piling up. You see that? Can you see all those boxes back there?
Jose, I think you need to get Brian on Plenty of Fish so he gets out there and gets away from comic books.
Get vagina again so he can stop getting comic books.
I told my work, I was like, yeah, I'm not working Sundays anymore and this and that. And he's like, you can't do that. You can't say you're not going to work them. And I go, well, actually, I can because it's for church. And and he's like, well, why are you going to church? And I'm like, well, obviously I'm going to church so I can speak to God, you know. And the other thing was, you know, it's kind of hard when you get older and you don't drink, you don't go to the bar anymore. So I figure the next best place to pick up easy chicks is church.
Yeah, but they want to get married and have kids, though.
They can want all they want, right? It doesn't mean anything.
They could shit in one hand and want in the other, and they can see what happens first.
He's gonna be like, "What church do you go to?" He's gonna sit outside in the parking lot and wait to see if you walk in.
Throw a rock, whatever one it hits, that's the one I go to.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's funny because as soon as I said that, he's like, "Oh, you can't do that." 10 minutes later, I was sitting at my desk, and one of my buddies comes in and goes, "Hey, check out this lawsuit this chick just won in Florida. She worked for Hilton Hotels, and Hilton Hotels kept scheduling her on Sundays, and she had told Hilton that she can't work Sundays because of it's her religious day, and they just kept scheduling her. So she took them to court, and she won a judgment of $22 million for breaking her Civil Rights Amendment, the Civil Rights Amendment Act of '64 or whatever, and in Florida, that you can do that, but it's the money that you can get is capped at $500,000. But she wanted to go for as much as she could, just because she knew that would get out in the newspapers all around the country, and people would see that they can't fuck with you like that.
You're like John Goodman's character from The Big Lebowski. I can't roll on Sundays, or Saturdays, or whatever day it was. Show to Shabbos. I can't roll.
Yeah, no smoke on Sundays.
Did you guys see his teaser for the dude?
Big Lebowski 2?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I don't think it's gonna be the Big Lebowski 2. Like that kind of irritated me that I started seeing people posting about that. Dude, it's the same day as there's a Super Bowl. It's gonna be a Super Bowl commercial. Like that's
It's gonna be a Doritos commercial.
Yeah, right. Or like some car commercial, or like a beer commercial, or like it's the same day as the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be a Super Bowl commercial. It's not going to be the Big Lebowski 2.
Set us all up for disappointment.
Right.
Yeah. It's going to be the same thing like they did last year with Crocodile Dundee 3.
Oh yeah.
Or with or Crocodile Dundee, Son of Dundee, or whatever the hell the movie was called, with Danny McBride and Thor. So I just refer to him when I can't remember his name, Thor.
I just call him Thor too.
Because you're on first name.
Chris Evans. Or no, yeah, Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. Hemsworth.
Or Hemsworth. God damn it. See, I should have stuck with Thor.
Yeah, stick with Thor. It's easier. Everybody knows what you're talking about. I'd be fucking cool if it was a Doritos commercial, though.
That's what I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be.
It's a Taco Bell commercial because they're bringing back the nacho fries.
Hey, did you see that? There was a medical marijuana ad that was supposed to run, and CBS nixed it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You can watch it online.
Wow, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Like outlining all of the goods medical marijuana does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it saves lives, man. It saves lives, and then the plant can be used for, everything.
Rope, paper.
Yeah,
scissors.
Rock.
Henry Ford.
Paper.
Henry Ford used
scissors.
Hemp to make his body panels.
Paper.
On his Model T.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what he originally had it running on instead of gasoline.
Yeah.
Tim says it's going to be a Kahlua commercial. There you go. A Kahlua commercial.
Ooh, White Russian.
White Russian.
That was my first drink I've ever had. Was a White Russian.
It's a Caucasian, Gary.
So you think that picture of Peter Venkman is a real thing from Ghostbusters, or
No, I think it's mad fake.
Yeah,
I think people already debunked it and said it was like from 2010 or something like that. I think it's mad fake. Yeah, because they haven't even started shooting yet. They were just in preliminary talks. But Ernie Hudson's saying everybody's on board, so we'll see.
Maybe they did some test footage, and it's test footage.
Maybe. I think it's mad fake.
Why do they need the test footage if they already know what they look like?
Why not? They got new suits, Joe. Something.
You got to make sure that their old backs can still carry the proton packs.
Right.
Well, the only one missing is just what's his name?
Ernie?
Yeah. No, not Ernie.
No.
Egon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Egon.
He's the only one it's missing
You mean
from the group.
The guy who wrote Ghostbusters?
Yeah, exactly.
like I said, dude.
The reason for Ghostbusters.
If he doesn't come back as a ghost, it's a missed opportunity.
Oh. We're bringing back like Tupac.
He should be, instead of Slimer, he should be like their new.
He's a hologram like
Yeah.
Tupac.
Instead of Slimer, he should be like their new ghost companion.
He just rides in the car with him and shit.
He just talks about Twinkies all day.
That's what I'm saying. He's holding a Twinkie.
Compares everything to Twinkies.
It's one big Twinkie.
That's funny.
What was that?
Where's this picture of Peter Venkman? Where'd you guys see that?
I posted it on our Facebook page.
Okay, I'm gonna go there.
Tim says in the chat, Bill Murray probably just rolled around town with a proton pack at random. Probably.
Isn't he the one that did that documentary where he just go up and he would like jump in and take pictures with people or say hi to people and like in a bathroom and shit so that nobody would know? Because
there's a documentary. There's a documentary on Netflix about the like random, like him showing up at random weddings and stuff like that. Yeah.
See, that would be cool to be that famous and be able to do stuff like that. And nobody's gonna get pissed at you.
Yeah.
No. And he can just show up and nobody will believe that he should. Hey, Bill Murray showed up. No, he didn't.
Yeah.
That's such bullshit.
You're a fucking liar.
You better get its picture because probably no one's gonna believe you. So
no pictures though. No pictures.
Yeah.
That's the stipulation.
So they're saying that is fake for sure, huh?
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
Every site that I've seen it posted on, everyone's like, I need a link to see where that's coming from. Like I Googled it and that picture's fucking nowhere.
Yeah, I didn't see it anywhere.
Like I Googled like Bill Murray in fucking Ghostbusters outfit, new Ghostbusters movie, everything, and nothing. That picture does not come up for shit.
Well, I did it on our page to see what people would say, and some dude did it on ours. I need a source for that, bro. Just
everywhere I see that picture, everybody says
hope.
That.
Give us some hope.
Right?
We're not. Yeah, source.
I need a source for that.
Stinking source.
Just
enjoy the picture, god damn it.
I need a source for that.
No sources. We give you no source.
Give you nothing.
Tim says he's stolen food off people's plates at restaurants and told the people that no one will believe them and that has happened.
That's so awesome.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start doing that.
You're not famous enough.
I know I'll get arrested.
Yep.
Because when someone is like, "Do you want to press charges?" They're like, "Fuck no, it's Bill fucking Murray." And when it's you, be like, "Do you want to press charges?" Hell yeah, I don't know who this dude is.
Who's this fucker?
I'm fucking Kyle. So
yeah, I'm Kyle. I'm Kyle. Who the fuck is Kyle? No one cares about you.
Me.
He's like, I'm Tom, and you're still going to jail.
Oh well. Maybe I'll try it tomorrow night when
I want to see somebody do that and see. I just want to see the people's reaction. Like if you just strolled up there and like stole a fry off somebody's plate to see what they would do.
Like from Practical Jokers.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think about the news that Reborn's going to be a movie?
Is it? Even though DC is like laying off half of their movie studio?
Yeah, because Reborn isn't DC. It's Mark.
It's Image.
Yeah, it's Mark.
Oh, Reborn. It's
They're not laying off half. They're laying off 7 people.
I've heard half.
It is half.
I'll have to. I'll check. I'll talk to Kellen. Kellen's his cousin actually works for DC.
So that the letter of people getting laid off came from Warner Brothers.
Yeah, it's their movie side.
But they're
going
laying
in a
off
different direction.
But they're laying off the comic book people.
Yeah,
Like
because that's what makes them all their money.
They said Jim Lee's getting laid off. They said
he's the CEO.
They said they're laying him off. They're letting him go.
They don't need him.
Who said that? Warner Brothers?
Him and Dan.
What about Jeff Johns?
They're not laying him off. They laid off a lot of their marketing people and those kind of people. They all, I guess, in lieu of being let go, I think they left. I think they saw what was coming, but yeah. What was it? Comicbook.com or whatever put it out that said that's what they were talking about.
Are they actually making Reborn a movie, or is it a Netflix series?
I just saw.
I know that Capullo's wife said at Phoenix Comic Con. No, not Capullo's wife. It was the inker's wife. God damn, I didn't think of his name.
Glapion?
Yeah, Glapion.
Yeah.
His wife said it was being made into a Netflix series.
Let's see here. Says in development. I'll find it somewhere.
Tim says that 7 should be half. If they had more than 14 people there that couldn't make a good Batman movie, that was way too many.
It's going to be Netflix, but it's going to be a feature film for Netflix.
Nice.
Yeah, that's huge for that book.
What is Doug doing?
What's that?
On the other side.
Whose dog? My dog or Brian's dog?
No.
Oh.
I was just joking.
She's just chilling. She's stoned.
Good
Well, yeah. And then Kevin Smith coming out saying that making a Batman Beyond movie with Michael Keaton as old man Bruce Wayne would be $1 billion idea. And Kyle and I have been talking about that for like years.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. I was reading somewhere today that they're trying to do some type of movie on. Wait, what was it? Something with Lucius Fox's son, Luke, in the DC comic, Duke or whatever, the guy that plays
Batwing?
Yeah, Batwing. They're trying to make a movie for him right now.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
They need to stop.
Yeah. Or is he going to be part of a team? Maybe he's part of a team. You're going to do a team.
I think DC should just stop and make shit just for their streaming stuff.
Yes, I agree.
Superhero movies need to calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
Marvel has it right now, so I'd be okay with that. But DC,
they're going to burn us out too fast.
Well, and they're already talking that I guess Deadpool 3 is going to come, but they're going to go in a different direction. So, and I think
right, they're going to do X-Force.
No, they canceled that.
Really?
Yep, they canceled X-Force.
So the Batwing is going to be on the Catwoman show.
What, on the CW network?
Or the Batwoman show, I mean.
Oh, that's okay. That's on CW.
Yeah, so
that's awesome.
Yeah, hell yeah. I think that's going to be a good show.
They need to just quit pussyfooting around and put in Batman.
Yeah. See how they tried to do that in Titans? That was kind of weird. All CG animated.
Yeah, but I mean, the way they're handling things in the CW, it's so much better. I think that the way that they ended Titans, the fact that they cut Titans 2 episodes short and ended it the way they did was a bad choice.
Wait, what? I didn't hear about this 2 episode short. What happened?
They just felt like that scene was a strong ending point for the first season, and that essentially what I think happened is Infinity War came out, and they saw how people reacted to Thanos winning. Spoiler alert: if you haven't fucking seen it, it's been a year. Get it with the program.
Oh no!
Essentially, they saw how people reacted to how Infinity War ended and Thanos winning, and they're like, "Oh shit!" So let's cut this series 3 episodes short. And then we'll have it end with Raven's dad winning, and you don't know what's happening with Dick and Starfire and all the Titans. You don't know what's going on. It just ends on a giant cliffhanger. And I think that's where they were like, "Oh, this is a good idea. Let's do that." So they cut it 3 episodes short for the first season.
And they can get a couple episodes in the can for next season already.
Yep. So I'm looking forward to Doom Patrol.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm very interested in Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing's going to be amazing.
And to see how Harley Quinn does.
What's the Harley Quinn thing? Is it going to be animated?
It's a live action, I believe.
Show or movie?
Show.
Is what's her name playing her?
I don't think so.
Oh, no, there was a report that she's not going to be playing Harley Quinn anymore. Just
at all?
At all. And Jared Leto will not be the Joker. Oh, that got canned.
Good. Because I can tell you what, Joaquin Phoenix is going to kill it. Watch the Super Bowl. Watch the Super Bowl. You're going to see so many movies. It's speculated that you're going to get a movie trailer for that Joker movie during the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. That's this Sunday, huh?
No, it's next Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Yep. So they're speculating you're going to get a Star Wars trailer.
The Super Bowl that everybody's going to not watch.
I just watch it.
Okay. So Tim says the Harley Quinn is animated. The chick from Big Bang Theory is voicing her. I forgot about that.
Kaylee.
So it is animated. Yeah.
She's so hot.
Tara Strong. Come on.
Yeah.
She's so hot too.
Yep. She's being what, 45?
Apparently you're going to get they're saying we're going to get another Infinity War trailer during the Super Bowl, or Avengers Endgame trailer during the Super Bowl. So there's going to be a lot of trailers to check out during the Super Bowl.
I hope we get the New Mutants trailer.
I think they're going to cancel that movie.
Think so?
I think so.
I really hope not.
I know we're getting the X-Men trailer.
Yeah.
That Mutants could have worked really well. They had a good idea to make it like dark and like horror
movie.
Yeah, and make it key in on Demon Bear and have Magic be like, like so out of it and fucked up in her head, but she's still the leader. I thought that was such a great idea.
Everyone says that's seen early footage of the Dark Phoenix movie, so there's absolute garbage. So we'll see.
Yeah, I keep seeing reports that it's terrible, that it's getting worse and worse. It's like comparable to the Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, that's the one I've seen too. Is it's comparable to the Fantastic Four reboot. So
and most of those movies were so good. I don't know how it took such a left turn. Like what did they do in that movie that it took such a left turn?
They weren't very good.
What's his name?
Brian Singer.
Yep, that's what happened.
You hear about him? He just got 4 kids just came out yesterday and made a statement that he raped them as boys.
My buddy's girlfriend Kristen, who's been on the show, she was telling me about an artist that's getting nailed right now for that, and like people are protesting that he's still on the con circuit. Oh God, I can't think of his name.
There's a website called, it's like an open secret or something like that. Open. Where this one dude, his whole goal is just to out all the pedophiles and shit in Hollywood. Yeah, The Open Secret. It was a movie.
He's not apparently. He just acts real creepy at conventions, and he invites like underage kids back to his hotel rooms and shit. Like underage girls, and he acts like really, really creepy at conventions. I just texted her to see if she'd respond to me. Can't remember his name. I just can't think of it. Once I say the name, you'll be like, oh shit, really? Like it's a big time person.
Albuquerque?
No.
I want to hear this name.
You ready?
Nope.
I got one for you.
Go for it.
All right, let me find it.
Kevin Spacey?
No, it's about Bryan Singer.
Oh.
All right. Can you see that?
Yep. Can't hear it though.
Can't hear it at all?
Is that a guy?
Yeah.
I thought it was a girl.
Can you hear it?
Oh.
Let me put on the That's weird that you can't hear it. Oh, I can make you hear it. Hold on.
Don't make us do anything.
Widespread friends.
Can't hear it, dude.
Yeah.
Still can't hear it? I'll just fuck up the show some more. Anyways, yeah, this kid just put out a YouTube video saying how Bryan Singer raped him and yada yada yada. That dude's fucking weird.
Oh no, never mind. It hold on. Maybe he's not an artist. Maybe he's a voice actor.
Is that Kevin Spacey or that got to him? Yeah, there's a big, huge documentary coming on Bryan Singer to expose him called "Nobody's Gonna Believe You." That's pretty sad.
Whose Facebook are we looking at?
Brian's an open secret. I was trying to find that video.
Is your porn?
Where? Where?
It was on Brian's desktop.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Watch it.
Listen, I draw the line at Hitler talk, all right? There will be no midget porn.
Hitler porn.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's a dragon. So it's a voice actor. It's not an artist. He did a voice of Dragon Ball Super. Vic Mignogna.
Vic Mignogna. That sounds like a made up name.
Nope.
He does a lot of like Japanese animation dubs and stuff like that. And apparently he's being accused of being a pedophile, and people are pissed off that he's still getting work and showing up to cons. And
I see the Dragon Ball Super Broly voice actor response to sexual harassment and homophobia claims.
Yeah.
He looks like he takes it in the butt.
Damn.
Let's see what he says.
You said he
That's
looks
a
like
huge
turd burglar.
That's a huge but apparently there's a huge thing in the con circle though. It's like there's a lot of people out there that are sickos like that.
Will he change his voice while he's fucking
A lot, yeah. You hear about that guy in California who's like one of the biggest political donors to the Democratic Party. He's like this old dude that lives in Hollywood Hills, and he lures young black guys to his house, and like 3 or 4 young black guys have been found dead at his house.
Damn.
And there's like all these videos that the police found of him doing all this crazy kinky shit to him. And one of the things that got him off was he would shoot them up with dope. So he overdosed some dude. And the dude's in with the government, so nobody's fucking with him.
Gotta keep him high.
Isn't that a movie called Get Out?
Yes.
Tim says in the chat, New Mutants has been canned. Fox pushed it back twice. Now Feige doesn't even want to acknowledge it.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
I want to see the unedited version then.
Version. So it was all filmed then, right?
Yeah. They had a trailer and everything.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see nothing from it.
Some rumors are saying it's going to go to Hulu.
That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind seeing it on Hulu.
I like Hulu's baller in my book right now because I like what they did. Netflix jacked their prices up and Hulu lowered theirs.
Yeah.
They also raised something else. Hulu prices. They lowered a certain price, and then they raised another one because they have like different tiers. So like the highest tier got raised, but the lowest tier got low by like $2. So it looks good, but not really because they raised something else.
Okay.
So they stayed the same.
Still baller in my book. Smoke and mirrors, ladies.
Smoke and mirrors.
It says here, the New Mutants is set to arrive in theaters August 2nd, 2019. There hasn't been any hopeful updates coming from production, and rumors have begun swirling regarding the movie's ultimate fate. A new report indicated it may be pushed back again, and that Josh Boone's upcoming superhero movie might actually end up being streamed on Hulu.
Nice.
Cool.
As long as it comes out.
I'll have to borrow someone's Hulu password.
Yeah, or just make up a new email and get the
month free.
Yeah, the free month.
Back like in the AOL days.
Oh, did you get see? Apparently, Netflix told Rob Liefeld to take a hike, and they're not going to bring his Extreme Universe to Netflix.
Good.
Oh, good.
I didn't want those feet on fucking Netflix anyway.
Those pouches.
No pouches and no feet.
I bet you Todd McFarlane's like at his house going, he's so happy. Todd McFarlane hates that guy so much. It's funny to go on video and listen to stories of Todd McFarlane just ripping on Rob Liefeld.
Hack.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what he says, huh?
Yep. Makes fun of the Guess Jeans commercial that he did. Remember Rob Liefeld had a fucking Guess Jeans commercial?
Yes, he did.
What the fuck?
And where he makes fun of how he never took drawing classes.
Yeah.
Didn't Stanley also make fun of him?
Yeah.
He made fun of him and Todd McFarlane at the same time.
He's making fun of him because he can't draw feet.
Remember he had him on his show. Remember when Stanley had a show and he had them both on there and he was like, and they were like doing this, they were doing this sketch of this, this
The
dude with all
camera-
these pouches and all these muscles and guns and shit. And Stanley's like, okay.
Got enough pouches there?
Yeah.
So, what is your guys' opinion on Black Panther winning or being nominated for Best Picture?
I'm down for it. I thought that movie was great, man.
I didn't like it.
I loved it.
I feel like Infinity War deserved it more.
I'll give you that.
I didn't think Black Panther was
It was a good movie, but it wasn't that good.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been nominated for Best Picture. There's better movies out there.
Oh yeah.
It's
Like
all
Wayne's
right.
World.
Like, there's no, like, it's not, it hasn't won anything, but it's just nominated and it's going to get smoked. But I guess it's just cool to be nominated, right?
Yes.
It's always cool just to be nominated.
Because those directors' names are now associated with Oscar-nominated films.
Yeah,
It's a huge fucking deal.
it's huge.
Huge.
Oh man, I went and got my some of my tattoo done on last Sunday. Fuck, man.
It looks like the continent of Africa.
Looks like the continent of Africa.
What do you do? The blacks?
Yeah, he did black. Almost all the black. After 3 hours, dude, I couldn't take it anymore. He was doing black and he was doing shading. And it was just, I went over to Matt's because he lives down the street. I went over to Matt's where it was still fucking raw. It was like 10 minutes old. And by the time I got home, like I hadn't bandaged it up or anything yet. By the time I got home, it was just gushing blood. Just too much black.
Yeah.
He was just fucking drilling.
So you got next session going to be the last?
It'll be yeah, I think so. I might just suck it up, and just cry like a little girl.
Yeah.
Yes, Tim, I have a Wakanda tattoo. It does not look like Africa though. Kind of.
And it says forever underneath it.
Yeah, it does. But
Right in the small of his back.
right. It was fucking brutal though. I've never had a tattoo that felt so brutal as coloring in all the black. Holy shit. That was fucking brutal.
So apparently there is a new endgame theory that is getting some traction right now.
Oh, Black Knight?
So it says that after Doctor Strange surrenders the Time Stone to Thanos, the Mad Titan heads straight to Earth in order to claim the Mind Stone from Vision's head And although the remaining Avengers managed to buy Scarlet Witch enough time to destroy it, Thanos simply uses the Time Stone to reverse the direction of the stone and take it for himself. However, there's been no indication from any of his MCU heir apparents that Thanos passes the knowledge and skills to properly wield the Time Stone, and he doesn't take the time to experiment with it like Doctor Strange did. The same light that hovered around Doctor Strange appears when Thanos uses the stone, which implies they're both utilizing it in similar ways. This forms the basis of a new fan theory that appeared on Reddit, suggesting that this will be a key component to the hero stopping Thanos. Unaware of the potential ramifications, Thanos blindly uses the Time Stone, and in doing so, may have set himself up for failure by accidentally creating the exact kind of time loop Mordor warns Doctor Strange about. Dormammu.
Yeah, I can't say his name.
Yeah. If the remaining heroes were to attack Thanos and finally manage to find a way to stop him or even kill him, and the accidental time loop may activate and bring the time stream back to the moment he first used it. So it would bring him back to right before the snap.
That'd be crazy.
So to be more precise, it would bring Thanos back to the moment before he claimed the Mind Stone, effectively undoing the snap from ever occurring. If the heroes become aware of this time loop as well, as Dormammu did when Doctor Strange employed it against him, then someone like Thor, who had a clear shot at Thanos moments earlier and shoved Stormbreaker through the Mad Titan's chest, could follow through on Thanos' taunt from Infinity Wars and aim for the head.
Interesting.
Well, it would mean that there's no clear way to bring back Gamora or anyone else who's fallen to Thanos as he tries to claim the Mind Stone. It would reverse the loss of literally half of all life. That's interesting.
That's an interesting one. I know they're going to say the one where the Black Knight's in it, but because everyone's talking about like Avengers 47 now. That's the book that everybody's trying to get. I'm sure Brian can. Well, he's gone now, but I'm sure Brian can come in on that and explain that one.
His roommate must be scratching himself again.
Scratch and sniff.
They're having competitions now. They're scratching and having each other smell.
But the new spec book, though, Brian, it's Avengers 47, right?
What is that? Is that the first appearance of that one above all or whatever?
The Black Knight.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people are saying the Black Knight. I heard this today also that they're going to do a MI13 movie with the Black Knight and Captain Britain. So Captain Britain's books are going crazy right now, too.
Hopes will Psylocke show up, too?
Well, who?
Psylocke?
Who knows? She might. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So they're gonna probably, if they do the MI13, it'll be Pete Wisdom also. Who else? I'm trying to remember. There's another isn't it Union Jack? I think. Can't remember. But anyways, yeah, they're trying to do a British Justice League type thing, and it's gonna be Black Knight and Captain Britain.
Seriously, I'm thinking of all the females on the team.
Who the fuck is crinkling paper?
Me.
Okay.
You can actually hear that?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's so loud.
Good, I'll do it more.
He's rolling a joint. Hold on.
Yeah. I don't know. It would be interesting to see what happens with those Black Knight books, but I would rather see something go on with those Captain Britain books because I think Captain Britain's one of the best underused characters. He's a really big bad. He's a badass.
So Bryan Singer's directing Red Sonja right now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird. Yeah.
Well, he's not busy raping little boys.
Right?
That's fun. Another movie for him to ruin.
right.
You know, if he gets caught and gets outed, they'll never have him around kids again, you know? being a
Damn, he
registered
shouldn't be
sex
allowed
offender.
in Hollywood ever again.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Not just around kids.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Is that what that was? You're undoing a fucking candy cane?
Yes, sir.
So apparently Steven Yeun has signed on to Amazon's Invincible series.
Oh, dope.
Glenn from The Walking Dead.
Is that going to be the live action or the cartoon one?
It's the live action,
Awesome.
I believe.
And Coral's going to be in a new show.
Oh,
He's going to be in, what is it, A Million Little Things?
Is he in that show?
He's going to be in the next arc of it.
Oh, I love that show.
Ice came out today. You guys hear about it? Or Snow?
Yeah, did they hit your house?
What?
To ice.
Ice, bro, did they hit your house?
No, that movie, I think it's called Snow with Mad, what's his name? Hold on.
Mads Mikkelsen? Mads Mikkelsen?
Yes, yeah. I think
I heard Glass came out too.
I heard
Yeah.
lots of
Last
shit.
week.
I heard that shit too.
I've heard that it's like less Airbender bad.
How could anything be that bad? That was a terrible movie.
We've seen X-Men.
I like the X-Men movies.
Oh man, I gotta go see Glass. I bet you it's not that bad.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad either. But who knows?
Dude,
It might be terrible.
That's nuts. Apparently, Dragon Ball Super Broly has better ratings than every single DC movie except for Justice League.
Yep.
I believe it.
That's what they were saying.
Did you guys see Aquaman? Aquaman?
No,
Yeah.
I did not.
They're talking about Aquaman 2 already.
Really?
Yeah.
They said he did a really good job. A lot of people that heard about it.
And I guess the director is already on board to do a second one.
Very cool.
But I thought they weren't going to do another one, and fucking Mimosa was going to not do it, and
Mimosa also said they asked him about being good friends with Henry Cavill and how is he bummed that Henry's not doing Superman, and Mimosa was like, he's 100% doing Superman. I just talked to him yesterday. He's 100% doing Superman. So wherever you guys got that from.
Who wait? Henry Cavill?
Yeah. He
Dude,
never left Superman.
He's not doing Superman. If he does, it's going to be an animated thing.
No. Did you see that quote I'm talking about with Mimosa?
Yeah, but that's how much of that is deflecting. And Ben Affleck's still going to be Batman. Yeah, he's got to stay out of rehab long enough to be Batman again. Dude's been in and out of rehab like twice in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Like TMZ had pictures of Jennifer Gardner taking him to rehab because I guess he got out and then relapsed, and like the video shows him like screaming at her at like a fast food place and shit, and like he's all
where's my fucking cheeseburger?
Yeah, one step away from being Hasselhoff.
Bring back Christian Bale.
So apparently the CW is working on a Nancy Drew Riverdale spinoff.
Yeah.
Well, Riverdale's awesome, so
Is it that good?
Oh, dude, I love Riverdale. It's one of my favorite shows on
fantastic.
TV.
It's
I love
yeah.
Riverdale too.
You can watch the first season's on
The first two
Netflix.
seasons are on Netflix.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for season 3 to get on Netflix so I can watch it all in a sitting. I've been waiting. So
It's been really good. It's been really, really good. This whole season has been revolving around Dungeons and Dragons.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
So what do you think about Kevin Smith fucking biting off what we've been saying for a long time about?
Oh, I talked about that when you disappeared.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
My internet went out. I had to fix my
Is that
internet.
what happened?
Yeah.
I thought you just pulled a Jose and had to go take a dump in the middle of recording.
No, like you guys froze, so I jumped up and I had to switch my. I fucking hardlined my internet because you guys were freezing, so I couldn't hear you anyway. Never mind, then I take it back.
Is The Walking Dead done?
No, they're at the mid-season.
When
Oh
is
my!
2 weeks.
February 10th.
So real quick, it's kind of funny about that Nancy Drew thing. There's this guy on CBSI. His name's Topher, and he's a detective when it comes to finding out all those crazy first appearances in comics. And he found out there's the first appearance of Nancy Drew in comics is a comic called Nostalgia Illustrated from the old days. I was like, how the hell do you find all these things, man? Who would have thought about that? Fucking crazy.
Tim said in the chat, wait for Blu-ray for Aquaman. It's visually appealing, but not a great story.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I could really see that.
The other thing about going back to the Reborn thing, Sandra Bullock is signed on to it. She's gonna produce it.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're because she had such good results with Bird Box.
That movie, that movie sucked.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't think it was terrible. I just didn't think it was good. It was just when you were done watching it, you're like, meh, all right, and it would just it's not really a thought again. It was something that killed 2 hours, and then you moved on with your life, and it was.
Well, I think what kills it is that it's basically copying A Quiet Place, except instead of being except in this movie you can't see instead of make noise, So you can't let the monster into your brain to feast on your imagination and shit. So it's essentially the same thing as A Quiet Place. So it's not as it's like whatever, dude,
Yeah, I agree.
I'm waiting for Game of Thrones to come back, man.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that. So excited.
8 2-hour episodes?
Yeah.
Well, I've heard that the first 3 are hour long, and then the last couple are 2 hours long. I've also read that all 8 episodes of the season, or whatever they are, 6 or 8 episodes, are 2 hours long. So I don't know.
I definitely got to watch the last season of Game of Thrones.
Are you catching up right now?
No. I have no interest in that show. I was just playing. I was just joking.
Oh. That show is amazing. Greatest TV show ever made.
Most boring show ever made.
It's rumored that Black Widow is going to start filming in February.
You just need to chill the fuck out with these superhero movies.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think their Black Widow is good, big enough character to have her own movie.
Great supporting character. Great to help a bigger story move, but not a story for herself.
Yeah.
Did you guys see those comments that Leslie Jones made about the fact that they announced an old school Ghostbusters movie?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
She said something ridiculous. I guess I don't know. I don't know if I want to say it's ridiculous.
Like she's all pissy about it.
Yeah. She's definitely super butthurt about it.
Who cares? They can make another Ghostbusters movie in continuity, and then they could do another one that is part 2 of the one that they just made with her in it.
She says rebooting the Ghostbusters film was something Trump would do. And I'm like, are you really taking that? Are you really taking that stance against a movie that came out in the 80s that people have been begging to have remade correctly for years? That sounds more like someone's just mad that they're out of a job.
Yeah.
Which, by all means, be mad about being out of a job, but it sounds like you're being out of a role because it sounds like you got set up cool for Zool, and now it's not going anywhere. And they're moving forward with the original cast instead of the all female cast.
They should.
I could still do another one with all the female casts.
They could. I want them to do a real Ghostbusters or a Ghostbusters The Next Generation with this movie. I want to see the old school guys teaching a new group of people.
They do Ghostbusters school.
I didn't mind. I didn't mind the female Ghostbusters movie. I didn't think it was very good. It's entertaining for what it is. But it's not my Ghostbusters. It's not what you grew up on,
Yes.
And I understand things change, but people have the right to have an opinion. And if people don't like it, they don't like it. It doesn't mean, why does it got to always be made political and something Trump would do? No, it's something that fans have been begging for and that Dan Aykroyd has been trying to do for years, but he said he could never get a script right. So I think him and Harold Ramis, no, it's not Harold Ramis, is it?
Harold Ramis.
Harold Ramis. They were working on it well before he even passed away.
Yeah.
So you can't come out and say, "Oh, this is something Trump would do." Like really? Like that's just ridiculous. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but like I was just like, "Come on, man. Are you being serious right now with this?" It literally just sounds like someone's mad that they lost a job.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
But she didn't really lose a job, though. Just because we made a different one. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I just said before, just they can still make it. It doesn't mean she's out of a job. It just means they're making a different Ghostbusters movie. They can do that. That's the great thing about creating shit.
Oh my God. I'm done. I'm done now. Now there's a fan theory out there about how Captain Marvel's cat is going to be the one that saves the universe. Oh my God.
That's kind of cool. Captain Cat.
Yeah.
What's Captain Marvel's cat's name?
She's an actual character in the comic.
Yeah.
His name is Chewie, I think.
Hey, Chewie! You gonna come save us? So.
Ooh, apparently they're making a Baby Driver too.
Oh my God, that's one movie they shouldn't make.
I love Baby Driver. Are you kidding me?
What the fuck are they gonna make a second one about?
Yeah, I agree with Matt though. It was good, damn good.
No, I didn't say it was a bad movie. Like it wasn't. I liked it for what it was, but what's he gonna do? Is he a bus driver now?
No.
I mean, he's an Uber driver now. You know what I mean? Like,
I guess they're in less than 2 minutes, no matter where.
Maybe he's an Uber driver.
Didn't they already make a movie kind of like that? It's got Jason Statham in it, and it's called.
What? Are you talking about? What did you call him?
Jason Strahan?
Yeah.
You mean Jason Statham?
Whatever his name is.
I was like, I don't know who the hell Jason Strahan is, bro.
Kyle's drinks are strong tonight.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not drinking because I got a bunch of homework to do.
You just start back up?
Yeah, I started this week. So
all that bitching and you're gonna finish out, huh?
I got 8 credits. I got 8 credits left. I have to finish.
All that bitching. I hate this. I don't want to do IT. I don't want to go to school.
I got this far. I got at least finish. Even if I don't do anything, I got to finish.
Yeah, I agree, Kyle. It will look good in a resume. It'll show that you started something and you had the wherewithal to see it to the end.
But what was that movie that Jason, what's his name, is in where he drives people around?
He's Datum.
The transporter.
Yeah.
You answer your own question.
There it is. I mean, what can they really make the second movie about? I mean, that was my whole point. He's going to drive people around. They already did that. It's called The Transporter.
Stranger things have happened, my friend.
Yep.
They do it together. They're competing transporters.
Maybe it's about his and her like child getting into being just like their daddy.
That's dumb. I'll have to pass on the Baby Driver too.
Tim says the Bird Box is happening with blindfolds. Oh man,
it was cool. It was cool to see Dan on chat last week.
Yeah, it was good to hear from Dan again. Old Dan the man.
So Dan, if you're listening, make yourself more comment at those.
He's not listening. He doesn't care.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he talked to me for like probably a solid hour and a half Friday after the show, and then I haven't heard from him since.
Somebody's bragging.
Yep. He apologized for not being around, and he's like, that means I'm not a good friend.
Weird flex, but okay.
And I was like, you're fine, dude. Yeah. What do you mean weird flex, bro? He's a legend. He told Scott Snyder to get out of his way.
Somebody's Dan dropping.
Yeah, I am Dan dropping.
He is a legend.
I'm gonna get him to sign my custom made Dan action figure.
How cool would that be? It's like 2 feet
complete with the Dan Laser Light Show Extravaganza 2000 studio set. All right, you gotta have those accessories. That's going way back.
Yeah,
like way back in the archives.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it when we named the studio after people.
Yeah.
Like when I was just naming it after random shit that was sitting in the studio.
Now we don't have a studio, so you can name your room in your house whatever you want.
What we'll do is anybody who donates to the show, I'll put a picture of them on the wall behind me.
There you go. Kyle's Wall of Fame.
Yeah.
Any picture that you choose.
Yeah.
And Jose should start his Wall of Shame. Just profile pictures from all the girls that have ghosted him.
No. Okay, this is what I'll do. Whoever donates to the show, send me a picture, and I'll make a mask and I'll wear it, and you will be.
Yeah.
You will actually be on the show that week.
That's kind of creepy.
That's still
like,
cool though.
That's like serial killer creepy, dude.
Why?
Like for no joke. You're gonna make a mask of someone else's face and wear it? What are you, a whisperer?
Sure.
Call you
I'm not
Buffalo
gonna
Bob?
I'm not gonna use her actual face.
Call you Buffalo Bob or Buffalo Bill?
What did you think of the new Walking Dead
Puts the
teaser?
wish in the water. Puts lotion on his fucking skin. Is it the one where they're like spying on everyone and she turns around and it says shush?
No, it's one where she pulls out a shotgun.
Oh, I haven't
It's
seen
like
that
issue
one
132. I sent a link to it today in the chat.
Yeah, I've been sick. I've been sleeping all day.
Whatever.
Check it out right now.
I've been sleeping most of the day, bro.
There we go.
It's a pretty cool trailer, but it's straight like that thing is like straight out of issue 132 of Walking Dead. So that's
So that means we have to go back to doing 2 shows a week now.
Nope.
Yeah, we do.
Nope.
Why no?
Nope. We'll just do a Walking Dead thing here.
Anyway, you don't want to do Deliberating the Dead?
Nobody listens to that.
Yeah, they do.
Nobody listens to that.
All right, Kyle, whatever you say.
Nobody listens to this one either. That's why we should do it here.
Yeah.
No, it's a pretty cool trailer. I mean, it's only like 42 seconds or something. It's a really quick trailer.
We don't have the kind of clout that the Flip Side guys have.
Right?
I just watched it. It's not that interesting.
Or they have people waiting in chat for them. We don't have that here.
Yeah,
the ending makes me excited of it.
Her pulling out the shotgun?
Yeah. Just because that's what she does in the comic to Dante.
Yeah.
She's not going to do it to Dante this time.
Yeah. You know what I think that really pissed me off about Walking Dead is that they have really poor character development.
The Flip Side guys are celebrities.
Yeah.
I felt amazing when Brian acknowledged me in the chat.
I didn't even think it was you. I was like,
Senpai noticed me. I was like, Senpai noticed me.
I was glad you were on though.
Yeah, I figured I'd check it out.
Yeah, it was kind of funny because as soon as you were on there, we started talking about Warhammer and D&D and all those games, and I think you were the one that chimed in saying how expensive Warhammer is.
Yeah. Well, I pop on and you guys are showing off all the new stuff you got that week. I was like, "What's this dick measuring contest?"
that's our. We open every show with like any pickups that we've got and shit like that. So
I should have showed my pickups from this last week.
Yeah,
and you're like, check out what I got, and it's like killed everyone else's mojo.
Yeah,
everyone else's boner got crushed.
Yeah.
What book did you show? Green Lantern?
No, I showed the Punch comics. But see, the thing that
horror book?
Yeah, the thing that those people don't know is that cover's basically ready to fall off. I don't even want to.
That's what you were saying in there because I told you in the chat. I said take it off, Brian.
Yeah.
Then pull it out on camera.
Yeah.
Tim's asking, what's the flip side?
The flip side is another podcast where we just talk about selling comics and selling like
we as in you and other people.
Yeah, me. Let me put it this way: I have another podcast with another group of guys from CBSI, which is a group of comic book speculation people. So if you go to CBSI or comicbookinvest.com, you can see the website about, gives you clues and different books to keep an eye out for. It's
cornbread.
For what Kyle says, or what me and Kyle say, is it's basically the new wizard. It's called comicbookinvest.com, and then we have me and 4 other guys have a podcast called Tales from the Flip Side, where we just talk about flipping pop culture stuff for money. So it's just trying to give people ways to make more money.
But yeah, if you go over there, don't act like you know Brian, because he's definitely in demand. He's a free agent podcaster, and we're trying to steal him away. Not
Tim
really.
said there's other podcasts than this one.
No, there's not. There's not.
There's not. No,
there's not.
This is the only one
podcast
you are incorrect, sir.
That is an
incorrect statement.
Yes. Yeah. That is a correct statement. There are no other podcasts besides this one.
So,
no, but it's a fun show if that's the kind of thing you guys are into. And what I found really interesting about it is that you guys do more than just comics, like your whole sports card spiel and stuff like that. It actually made me like pull out my old sports cards and look through them and stuff. And
that's one of my favorite things is, a lot of those things we all collected as kids, whether it be video games, toys, comics, or sports cards, pogs, whatever. There was all a point where people, that at our age were collecting that stuff. And there's something about that nostalgia that makes us feel good, when we see something that reminds us of our childhood. Like when I see a G.I. Joe, or when I see like the little Muscles figures, I go right back to my childhood where there was no responsibility. You didn't have to worry about fucking going to work every morning and hating, every day.
Garbage Pail Kids.
Yes, Garbage Pail Kids. Hell yeah. I
actually still have my comic cards that I bought when I was like 6 years old.
The Impel Marvel ones?
Yep.
Yeah, with the...
and the ones...
holograms?
The one that Jim Lee made.
Yeah, where it's his, his face is 4 different characters. So, yeah, man, that type of shit's fun. And there's a lot of people out there, spending money on it. So if people are out there spending money on it, give them something to buy.
Heck yeah.
It's kind of like that show. I can't remember if Matt, you brought it up or Kyle brought it up about that Netflix show in Tucson. That Flobby guy.
Flobby, yeah.
He's doing that. That's exactly what that he is doing is what the Flip Side guys do. And
see,
oh, nice,
Vladdy.
Yep. Do you hear they're talking? There's word that Pavel Datsyuk might come back to the NHL next year.
Yeah, I thought he was leaving because he had health issues. So
he wanted to be closer to his daughter because his daughter was getting ready to go to high school or something. So he wanted to be closer to her daughter. So he's been over there, I think, for 4 years now. So
she's done with high school.
A fake ass Wayne Gretzky MVP.
I have to bust out my my Steve Nash rookie card.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Steve Nash, one of the greatest fucking basketball players of all time.
Like, that's what interests me about that. It's like you're talking about like Jordan rookie card, and it's kind of crazy how like Jordan's actual rookie card isn't his actual rookie card.
Yeah. Yeah. You're one of the few people that know that because, he was drafted in 84. So
yeah,
that Fleer set didn't come out till 86. And there's a set called Star that were sold as just team sets and bags. And that Michael Jordan card and that Star team set, it was heavily copied, and they put out what do they call that? Where they fake cards of those or whatever. I'm spacing.
Bootleg.
Yeah, bootleg. They put out reprints of that 84 Star card, but if you have an original and it's easy. There's ways to tell if it's original. That card's a $40,000 card. In raw form. You get it graded.
I still have one of my favorite G.I. Joe figures. Like it's seen some better days. Like the fucking band's about to fall apart at the waist, but Fucking
You can
Snake Eyes.
fix those.
Oh yeah, Snake Eyes is my favorite, man. Him and Storm Shadow.
Isn't there only one Michael Jordan card that's actually considered his rookie card? Though they actually consider it his rookie card.
Yeah. The 86 Fleer.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that's the one where he's like,
Yeah.
from the free throw line.
Yeah.
But if
picture,
not
right?
his actual rookie season, that's
Yeah, third season or
Yep.
second or third season.
Man,
But-
I had so many Michael Jordan cards.
They're worth a ton of money, man. There was a Michael Jordan card that got pulled a couple years ago in this card set called Fleer Metal. I don't know if you guys ever remember Fleer Metal, but there was a Michael Jordan in that run where the first 10 printed cards of that were a special emerald green color, and a guy found a box of Fleer Metal sitting at a flea market, and he knew what it was, and he bought it, and sure enough he pulled that card, and that card is like they were waiting for years to find that card, and he found it. And I think it'd be interesting to see how much it sold for. It probably sold in the 6-figure range.
one of your dudes on Flipside's from Michigan, right?
Yeah, Dino lives in Livonia.
Oh, I know where that is.
Yeah.
Benny Blades signed autograph card
Oh, dope.
that I got autographed from him.
Dope. I remember Benny Blades.
So
His twin brother Brian Blades.
yep. So yeah, like after listening to that, you made me pull out all my old cards and shit and look through them. And
Dude, you don't know how many people say the exact same thing. I piss off the guys on the show because I'll start bringing up cards, and cards are sports cards are significantly more expensive than comic books, and it pisses
there's
off.
not really
guys.
a market for them though anymore, is there?
Oh no, there's a massive market
Is there?
for them. It's bigger than it's ever been. Yeah. The thing that is funny though is because every time I bring it up on the show, you know, the guys want to get into that realm, and you know they get stuck down that rabbit hole, and they're spending a ton of money. You know, there's a lot of cards that are worth over $1 million, and there's only a few comic books like that. So
Yeah, but all right. Well, we've been at this for 2 hours now. Does anyone else have anything they want to talk about? Jose, you've been pretty quiet in your sex dungeon tonight. You were there playing World of Warcraft?
No, I was taking my clothes out of my out of washer.
Mm-hmm. Put the pants on, Jose.
I haven't played World of Warcraft in like 10 years.
You're over there playing fucking Fortnite with Chet, aren't you?
Ugh.
Or what's that other game you play? Other first-person shooter you play?
Overwatch?
Doom.
Overwatch.
You like that, Jose? That game?
What, Overwatch?
Yeah,
Yeah. It helped me a lot with my therapy
I
when I
bet.
got out. Yeah, because I had eye coordination.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna say this: if you guys are video game fans and you're horror game fans, the Resident Evil 2 remake that came out yesterday is fucking phenomenal.
Is it a DLC type thing, or what is it?
No, it's a complete remake of the game with
Wow.
all updated graphics. They changed some story points. It's incredible.
Those same glitches.
Nope, no glitches, dude. It's been seamless.
So that Michael Jordan card I was talking about that got pulled, let me show you guys. I'll do one quick screen share and then we can call it a day, but this is freaking amazing. That Michael Jordan card that got pulled out of that box of cards. Look at
All I
this.
saw was Jose's pedo ass.
Yeah,
Right.
that's amazing. That's the card right there from 1997, right? Look at where it sold for.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's too much money.
Fucking amazing. Absolutely crazy.
Jose just started to get trembles. For all
He's
that
starting
money.
to get trembles.
Starting to get tremors from all that money.
Ah.
And there's stroke coming on.
Someone spent all that kind of money on a basketball card?
You know, I see those things and I think about, remember when we used to wake up early on like Saturday mornings, we'd all go comic hunting. I would love to get back to be able to do that and just go hunting for all the other stuff at the same time, you know, like vintage, like sports clothes at Goodwill or, you know,
Oh, so you
Jordan
want to be
shoes.
like Slobby, huh?
All that stuff. I want to make money on anything, man. But that should be
Right.
fun. It's like a treasure hunt.
But you can't keep it. You have to sell it.
That's what I want to do. Like,
No, so then he'll fill up his house with all the other shit now.
Yeah.
Gary Vaynerchuk talks about that all the time. Like, get up early and go to yard sales and buys people shit and flip it on eBay for twice the price. And
Yeah.
like, I want to do that too. Like, go find a bunch of old clothes and you know, sell them on eBay.
Yeah,
know,
dude.
Levi's.
It makes me wish I kept all of my old shirts from when I was a teenager, all my old concert shirts.
Oh man. I saw a guy buy like an old Nirvana concert T-shirt for like 10 grand.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
No one wants your pit-stained concert shirts, Kyle.
Somebody
I've seen you
Holy shirt.
sweat through a white shirt. Nobody wants those shirts.
Well, you know what we should do? Whenever you guys keep your eyes open and see if any of your neighborhoods have those big, huge garage sale where the whole neighborhood does it, and we should get up one morning and go check all that shit out.
Like the Goodwills by me are like awesome places to go because I live near Sun City.
Yeah,
so like
old people.
these old people are buying homes and they don't even like it could be like something brand new and they're just like get rid of it.
Yeah,
they want it all to match their house that they're redoing. So like you can find some good stuff at the Goodwills by me.
Yeah, maybe we ought to do that one of these days. Go out, head your way, and go check out those Goodwills.
I'm totally down.
It'd be fun, though.
I'd totally be down.
Yeah, start selling shit so you don't have to work.
Oh no, you still have to work.
I would so love just to buy shit and flip it and not have to work.
There you go. Me too.
Because that would be fun. Because that wouldn't be work to me.
Right. But all right, guys. Like I said, I'll do it for this week's episode of the Absolute Geek Podcast. I want to thank everyone for coming in and hanging out with us in the chat tonight. We had a few people stopping in and out. It was great seeing everyone. Love how interactive the show is when you guys chime in the chat. If you're in the chat right now, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe if it's your first time at the channel and you like what you heard. If you like listening to audio podcasts, you can find us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, Google Music, pretty much anywhere podcasts can be downloaded. So for this week, I'm Matt.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Jose.
And I'm Brian.
And we will see you next time.